Don't keep pushing buttons so you fucking explode and catch a body or something. Even though I'm not saying catch a body, but sometimes they gotta go. So right now, put an end to that. This shit you ate. That ignorant actual food in your face. Where they do that at? He extra cool for that. When you go and stand up, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Man up, get your kicks back. Put your dukes up, shorty, I'm old school. Yeah, win some, you lose some, but you still live. D-Boom kid, hit him with a brick. That's just to let the other kids know you ain't running around the mode, then walk off with a stroke. In a bop like rock him, like who can stop him, like who can stop him really. 8 years later he's 16, now he a Willie, they nicknamed him Willie, a bully beater. He known for the defending, no lawyer ish, but he still passed the bar to looking it, like where's the bullies at? You got to stand for yourself. Woman and man is for self. Open that can, get it dealt with. You got to stand for yourself. You got to stand for yourself. Woman and man is for self. Open that can, get it dealt with. You got to stand for yourself. Look. She been through a lot of things. It starts home. Seen her mom go through it and lie about it and say daddy loves her. She just tripped, blood on her lip. Baby carries on. Growth process started very young. She grew something. She knew something was different when men started to holler.
Malay.
Yeah, men started to holler. She looked like your daughter before she left the crib. Shit. I know probably hitting you right now. Think about it. He probably hitting her right now. Remember the last bruises you asked about? She said she was jump roping with her homegirl. Ish. And you believed her. Now you need her. What was left was the jump rope and a sneaker. Manipulation. You got to stand for yourself. Woman and man is for self. Open that can, get it dealt with. You got to stand for yourself. You got to stand for yourself. Woman and man is for self. Open that can, get it dealt with. You got to stand for yourself.
That treats me cold. There's my skin, like it ain't the crown I hold. You bold, crude, and show enough rude, as if my blood don't feed your root. I am the fruit of strange trees, resistant to pocketed hands and knees, deaf to your pleas, with hands for your disease, ready to fight injustice till it has no goddamn teeth.
First thing that come to mind is I sitting right trying to fill this void. I come to y'all bearing pain cause I ain't feeling poised. A lot of my is down to grip up cause they unemployed. Not realizing happiness fades, you gotta pray for joy. But what do you do when you feel like prayer ain't working? Every day we trying to heal till we turn on the news. See another black curtain person. It's like I'm there in person. The way my brothers meet in death, you would swear they was flirting. So 12, they don't protect, these pigs are just serving God's people with bullets like it was part of their sermon. Well, it's no longer just concerning the people like yearning and deserving of real equality. White America claims to worship. It's kinda like Satan preaching the gospel while he lying churches. Never pull the rule of the problem, only scratch the surface. Responding where all lives matter ain't following purpose. So fuck y'all cause you say it on purpose. No, you see they treat us worthless or even foolish, trying to convince us that a black man hung himself. Like master, you must think we stupid. My brothers and sisters been free from you since some
background sounds, my man Dre Zounds, y'all. Get with us
from the start. Our ancestors led the way and decided to march. Looking the beast right in his face and not taking the mark. We shine our light and yet they try to leave us in the dark. Our history has more value than anything they can pick apart. Teachers show us anything that they want us to know. I learned from my parents, require knowledge on my own. I build entire existence until the shoot is
show enough rude, as if my blood don't feed your root. I am the fruit of strange trees, resistant to pocketed hands and knees, deaf to your pleas, with hands for your disease, ready to fight injustice till it has no goddamn teeth.
First thing that that come to mind as I sit and write trying to fill this void. I come to y'all bearing pain cause I ain't feeling poised. A lot of my is down to grip up cause they unemployed. Not realizing happiness fades, you gotta pray for joy. But what do you do when you feel like prayer ain't working? Every day we trying to heal till we turn on the news. See another black curtain person. It's like I'm there in person. The way my brothers meet in death, you would swear they was flirting. So full 12, they don't protect. These pigs are just serving God's people with bullets like it was part of their sermon. Well, it's no longer just concerning the people like yearning and deserving of real equality. White America claims to worship. It's kind of like Satan preaching the gospel while he lying churches. Never pull the rule of the problem, only scratch the surface. Responding where all lives matter ain't following purpose. So fuck y'all cause you say it on purpose. No, you see they treat us worthless. Or read a foolish trying to convince us that a black man hung himself. Like master, you must think we stupid. My brothers and sisters been free from you since Emancipation Park. Burn down Black Wall Street cause truth is they feared us from the start. Our ancestors led the way and decided to march. Looking the beast right in his face and not taking the mark. We shine our light and yet they try to leave us in the dark. Our history has more value than anything they can pick apart. Teachers show us anything that they want us to know. I learned from my parents, require knowledge on my own. How dare they tie our existence into the shortest month? Showing our schools 23 billion in funding, they wanna see us flunk. For me to speak on everything that's pinned like stamina. How many times a niggas gotta die on camera?
It's my skin, like it ain't the crown I hold. You bold, crude, and show enough rude, as if my blood don't feel. For a country that treats me cold, there's my skin, like it ain't the crown I hold.
90.7 WTCC FM. My name is D.Moss. And this is Monday Night Live. D.Moss, MBS, Malay, Rob Jones. We up in here. Malay, I got you all blocked out, huh?
You sure do. But it's alright, you know, they know I'm over here.
Let me get a minute. Here we go. Whoa, my head kind of big. There y'all go. Shut up, Rob. All right, y'all. This is 90.7.
Wait.
I was like,
I was quick.
So, Scoop, this is for anybody that's seen The Harder They Fall and didn't like it, this is for you.
That movie was so amazing.
Yeah, was it dope?
Right? So
was it dope?
I didn't even know like it was like viral on the internet or whatever. But
Netflix.
like I didn't know like but they're talking about it everywhere on the internet or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
but I
yeah,
didn't even know. I was just looking for something to watch and I was like, alright, I'm gonna give it 10 minutes like I usually do with stuff.
Oh, it's breaking.
And I couldn't, but like the first 2 minutes, I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
this is amazing.
the soundtrack, when that comes out, I'm buying that whole thing.
Oh, it's out. It's out.
Is
I
it?
got it already.
Right,
Oh, man,
the
I
whole
got it already.
soundtrack was
I got it
good.
already.
The music was
Dude,
ill. Every
listen,
single
man.
last song they had it on point.
There's one song that I've been listening to non-stop.
Let me
I'm
hear it.
gonna play it real quick. Here it
Play
is.
it.
Y'all ain't know this. Y'all ain't ready for this. This is an instant classic right here. CeeLo Green, y'all. Black Skin Mile.
I lost my shadow and violent sin.
Okay, I'm getting it right now.
Never knew the search would be within. Drew a picture of my only desire. Take me back to black skin mile. I thought my karma would be my fate. Never saw the sun until it was too late. And oh, drew my loneliness, chasing every last high. Take me back to black skin mile. I never met a madman so that I didn't see reflections of that which I own. But I know there's
throw some Barrington Levy on there. That's my dude.
90.7 WTCC-FM. This is my man, CeeLo Green. Woo-hoo.
Yep.
Listen, man, it's a banger in a different type of way. It's like a classic, man. I put that bad boy out there with A Long Time Coming and Anything by Donny Hathaway.
Yeah.
That right there.
Oh, CeeLo is dope. People don't realize he was part of that rap group.
Go ahead.
What's the name of it?
Go ahead.
I can't remember.
They out of
the name.
Atlanta. Go ahead.
Yeah, what's the
They out
name of it?
Decatur. I ain't gonna tell you.
Decatur, where it's greater.
Anyways,
Yo,
listen,
see,
man.
you will make me look it up.
To really, really, really get the feel of that song, man, you gotta watch The Harder They Fall.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
I ain't gonna spoil it. I know Rob got some things to talk about, but did you see it yet?
Of course,
Did you
yo,
like it?
man, I was up early in the morning when that joint came out.
Oh, you watched it early?
Yeah, and I had my surround sound with the
Oh,
two
that's right, I was
subwoofers.
mad, 'cause I'm like, this dude didn't even call and tell me how dope this movie was.
It was so.
Well, you were down at Dewey's and didn't call and tell me you and Lindsay were down there, so I figured middle finger to you all.
Okay.
But
But it was. Did anybody catch the twist at the end?
I didn't say it.
yeah, that was crazy.
You did.
What part? You talking about like when the girl that was.
Yo, spoiler alert! Did you
What
say
part?
spoiler alert?
The twist. There was only one major twist.
Oh, with the father thing?
Yeah.
That was-
Them being brothers.
Sorry,
man.
you know whoever's
If
watching
they ain't
that's
watched
just their
it by
fault that
now,
they
they,
didn't watch
Yeah.
if they haven't watched it by
That,
now, I don't know
that
what to tell them.
was so. I definitely did not
Dude.
expect that.
Idris Elba killed that part. I was like, whole movie, I'm like, kill him, kill him, kill him.
Yo.
Then I'm like, I finally get him, and I'm like, dang, he marked his brother.
What's the other
That
dude's?
was-
What's the other dude's name?
Nat Love.
Yo, Lakeith Stansfield though.
Yo, give me
Yo.
some time. I think that was
Is
his
that
best part.
dude?
I think
Is that
was his
dude
best-
dope?
Yo.
Is that dude dope? Boy, he was counting too slow. It was like, yo, everything about that dude was just so,
Listen,
man.
he said,
Yo,
He's just
it was
sitting,
it was
just
it
thinking
was
about
crazy.
all the
So
raw
you're the hero, huh?
emotion.
there's always got to be one. He's all right, then. Let's
I
go.
was like,
Yeah.
damn.
But hold up. Regina King
Oh,
She
is
Yeah.
the gospel. I love her.
She's dope.
She's
dope.
the gospel.
I love her.
Yo, man, that scene at the when she stops the train and she has her horse, she
Oh,
doesn't flinch. She doesn't
I did not know what
flinch.
to
She just
expect
like,
with that. I thought she was gonna step off
Boom.
eventually, but I was like, oh,
dude
boss.
said, "You stupid!"
Boss.
And then poof.
I don't know. That
The
probably
homeboy
gotta
was
be my
like, he
favorite
might
part.
have been calling you
That's probably,
nincompoop.
you know what? Now that you bring it up, I think because I was really sitting here, like, since you was playing the song, what was my favorite part of the movie? But I think
Yeah.
that was my favorite part.
That might
that whole scene.
Listen, there's that scene. Then there's my girl Cuffy when she beat down the two dudes in the bar.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
Cuffy was my heart. I was
Yeah.
like, please don't kill off Cuffy. Please don't kill Cuffy. That was my girl.
With the part in the bar where you like where she flipped it up. I don't.
Yeah.
Yo,
I don't have any words. It's just
the whole movie's dope.
it was crazy.
I just hope it was black written, black
It was.
produced,
It was.
all black. Make
All
it-
the emotion in it was so raw
Yeah.
and beautiful.
And I apologize to all the
Felt it
folks out there who were waiting for John Wayne and Clint Eastwood to pop up, but yeah.
Yo,
it
if
just-
John Wayne and Clint Eastwood popped up in that movie, they would have been capped.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you right now. Hey,
It was
what's up,
awesome.
cuz?
It was really
Brenda
awesome.
Gaines, what's happening? Mona Jordan Reed, you know
what's
we
up?
loves ya.
Oh.
Hey, Denise Irvin, what's up? Say it again. Oh, nah. I mean, yo, did you guys think Rufus Buck was a bad guy? Was Rufus Buck a bad guy? Idris Elba's character.
From Idris Elba.
Well,
Yeah.
based
Absolutely.
based on the
You think?
movie,
Absolutely.
in the history in the movie, no, I mean he was revenge against his mom being
I
done
mean,
wrong.
I get it. I
But
get it.
so I mean personally, in the movie, no. But historically speaking, I think he was an outlaw.
He was an outlaw, but he wasn't a bad guy.
Yeah.
Yo, I looked him up, right? And every description of Rufus Buck had him as this angry, terroristic type of dude. Him and his guys were pillaging, they were robbing banks, robbing trains.
But Billy the Kid was okay, and everybody
They were
get the-
raping people. They just did it all. It was just like, dang. But then I get I'm about to give up. I'm like, all right. Then I run across a description of Rufus Buck, and they said, well, he was angry with white people, and his whole group was all black and native and indigenous.
Yeah. So
And now
all
I'm thinking,
married.
this dude came up. It wasn't like this is some cat from the projects who just acting crazy. These cats came off the slave plantations.
Yeah.
So they were angry. They're like, everything that they seen happen to them on them plantations, oh man, for about a year or two, they just put it on. They put it on white people. They just,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, white people, if they your ancestors were part of that beat down and all that, man, that's on, I don't know what to tell you. But
critical
tell
race
you,
theory.
Rufus Buck, when he killed dude, he said, "You're an enemy to progress." Poof. Yo, I'm sitting there like, oh man, for all them coons and toms.
That was crazy.
Oh.
That scene was crazy.
Yeah.
I just don't think that it was right for him to kill the wife and then brand dude. Like, why'd you have to do it? You could have just walked
because
away
he
with
was
the father.
He said it at the end. Why'd he brand dude? Why'd he brand him?
Because he knew he was going to come look for him. He wanted to be able to see him coming.
It's so dope. He knew everybody was gonna come. He was a bad dude. He was a bad guy. So people were coming to kill him.
Oh, because he said something about him living would be the sweetest revenge or something like that.
But then he said, "You're even gonna be better than me." You know why? I couldn't kill my brother.
Mm-hmm.
He scarred his brother so that when he came for him, he wouldn't kill him. He couldn't bring himself to kill his brother.
Oh, okay. Now, I mean, yeah, okay.
Were you watching the same movie?
Yes, but like,
No, a lot
you
of
know how
people
when you're
didn't.
hearing, I didn't get to talk to people after I watched it. So like when you were hearing other people's views, it just makes you think about it differently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah, I've been
saying?
watching
so
it
mind
a
your
bunch of
business,
times.
all right? Before I get my.
Yeah, you got that. You got that.
You know.
Listen, I got you. I got you.
You know what?
I got you.
Don't come for
I
me
got
no
you.
more. I'm not with it.
I
Okay,
got you.
I'm not your friend no more for the rest of the show. For however long your own self lasts. throughout
But
the
next
night.
Monday will be
No,
cool.
I don't want to hear it.
Next Monday will be cool.
Nah, unless you bring me some
Listen.
Jamaican food or something.
Some jerk chicken.
Then, no, I don't even want no jerk chicken.
All I'm
all
gonna
I
tell
get.
y'all is,
That's all I get. Is jerk
all I'm gonna
chicken.
tell you, if you haven't seen How Did They Fall, go watch it. Yo, forget the critics, forget the folks.
Oh, yeah.
What are the
Yo.
critics? The critics are really
Come on,
talking
man.
junk?
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm talking.
They're always talking
I'm
junk.
talking about people on Facebook, Twitter,
Yeah.
because there's
What
a
are they
whole lot of
saying?
people. There's a whole lot of people. I don't like
Why
it.
weren't there no white people
I
in
You know,
the?
there always got to be that one person.
That
Like,
But
How
there's
many
quite a
white
few.
people?
And like, I grew up on westerns, and that didn't have a western feel. You know, it had a
The
western
Western
feel to me.
field wasn't even really Western.
They're waiting for John Wayne. Every time he pop off, he shoot one time and 20 Indians fell. Come on, man. Ain't you tired of that?
Yeah.
This right here.
And Bass
it
Reeves.
was like so.
Bass Reeves was the Don Dada.
Nat Love was like the original black cow. He was like the cowboy. I mean,
His
the real Nat
emotion
Love.
was just in every
Yo,
movie
all
he
them
plays.
cats.
It's just so
Delroy
great.
Lindo
Dave
is
Like,
good. dope.
Mary, Trudy Smith. Yo, the dope part is
give me chills.
everybody in that movie, they were all real people
Yeah.
at
That's
some
what they
point.
said at the
So
beginning,
it's
yeah.
kind of like to breathe new life into black folks thought long forgotten. I mean, they made heroes out of their criminals. They made heroes out of Bonnie and Clyde,
Bonnie and
Legs
Clyde,
Diamond,
Machine
Albert
Gun
Capone,
Kelly. Yeah.
all of them. So they make heroes out of their people. And then when we do it, we got people saying, "Yeah, it wasn't historically accurate." Well, you know, F you to you too.
That's
I think
somebody who's against progress and needs to get
Yo,
taken
what
out.
Chuck D say? None of my heroes appear on no stamp. So if this dude
Yeah.
is doing it, I just hope he gets.
None of my heroes appear in the
I
stamps.
saw at the beginning that they said these are real people, but the story was fictional. I didn't know like they
Yeah.
really had stories like that.
Yeah, the
So
stories
now
were
I
meant
have
to
to go and look.
And you
up
really got to
the
dig
story.
into the story and not go on
Yeah.
Wikipedia because that's Wikipedia.
You're sounding kind of racist right now,
You're
man.
right.
I can't be
You're
racist. I
sounding
don't.
you're
I
sounding
don't
kind-
control anything.
You're sounding kind of racist. Hold up.
Oh, you're gonna have to play that disclosure from there, you know.
The views of this
Woo!
Listen, man. And then they got that King Kong rhythm with Jay-Z. Yo, that track is fire. There's so many fire tracks on that soundtrack,
Yo,
man.
I'm ready to leave right now so I can go in the car and play it on the way back.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I
I
think
watched
that
it.
is one movie I would watch again. Like I don't like watching movies.
I've
more
seen
than
it a
once.
couple of times. I mean, the last time I watched it was strictly for the soundtrack because the soundtrack is so dope. It pretty much narrates the whole movie.
Yeah, the soundtrack
If you listen
is
to the words.
Oh,
Dope.
I just
But-
subwoofer's
I'm
kicking
gonna
on
have
that.
to watch it again because I want
Hit
to
that,
see it
hit that
from
disclosure, man.
what you guys were telling me. 'Cause I just watched it just on the wing. So.
Yo, it's
The views and opinions expressed on this program are solely those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect those of the staff and management of WTCC Radio or Springfield Technical Community College.
All right, y'all, we got the disclaimer out of the way. We got some bills we have to pay at 9:30. Rob Jones has some stuff that he would like to share. Or
Yeah, so-
something he'd like to discuss.
Dun, dun, dun.
Go ahead.
So you know, I'm not known for burning bridges.
What?
So, yeah, so I
You
burnt.
burnt your
I think I burnt the bridge with somebody the other day who's not black, and was talking to me about
He
the.
just-
He was talking to me about the
This is why he
vague.
got those comments already, because he already got some animosity towards somebody. You see that?
You know,
now
just
we know the real reason.
talking to me about the vacations.
Go ahead, Rufus Buck. What you
You know, talking about the vacations, and I need to get my vacation, and I need to go on a vacation, and the government would never do anything. And you know, I just, for those people, like, it's the government.
Mm-hmm.
The government will never do nothing against the people.
I know, like slave.
Why you had to talk like that? He
Because
ain't
we
ready for that.
Because we got a lot of
He
raccoons
ain't
out there.
ready.
Yeah,
But go
the
ahead.
government. So, with all the information that's come out, like the WHO, the World Health Organization, people keep citing. Well, the World Health Organization, which was founded, I didn't even write down when it was founded, but the funding from 2018 to 2019 is 194 countries that pay into the budget of the World Health Organization.
Okay.
The United States, and it's predicated on the GDP of the country. If you're a small country, you're not expected to pay what the U.S. or somebody like that would pay, right? So the U.S. paid from 2018 to 2019 $893 million to the World Health Organization. They're by far the largest contributor at 15% of their budget. 15% of their budget comes from the U.S. Then Bill and Melinda Gates comes in at $531 million, 9% of their budget. The United Kingdom comes in at $435 million, 8%. Gavi Alliance, which I don't know who that is, $371 million, 7%. Germany, $292 million at 5%. Guess how much China is?
Gotta be 7.
7%? No, the figure wasn't even there. It's 1%.
See, I thought I was looking at the right number.
1%. So, and this person cited the CDC. So, a lot of people think the Center for Disease Control is a government organization, right? It's not. It's an independent organization. It's a private organization that is under a contract with the government. So, the government entered into a contract with the CDC, okay? Mm-hmm. So, they're a private organization. Now, the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, is a government entity, right? So, the UConn School of Pharmacy back in May of 2021 wrote a story about funding, because it's like, follow the money. The FDA was once fully taxpayer funded. Now, largely it's funded by companies it regulates, okay? So, 45%, oh yeah, we can talk about that one in a second.
Finish your thought, bro.
45.
Me and him both looking over your shoulder like
ADD kicking in. ADD kicking in. 45% of the overall budget comes from user fees that companies will pay the FDA when they apply for approval for a medical device or drug. Okay. So I got a new drug I need to put on the market, or a new piece of durable medical equipment. You know, I'm funding that. It's not like you're looking at it to make sure it's good, but I'm paying you money. So how do you think you're going to respond to that if I'm giving you money? 9 times out of 10, you're going to respond pretty favorably. All right? So let's take it a step further. That's 45% of the overall budget. 65% of the budget for human drug regulation. 65% comes from Big Pharma.
Okay.
And those funding channels started in the 90s. That's when it started switching from being fully taxpayer funded to being owned by Big Pharma. Okay? And another thing about Big Pharma, on a side note, my ADD's kicking in. When you look at like the teachers unions and things like that, when they have their conventions, a lot of those conventions are funded by Big Pharma. Big Pharma sponsors a lot of those conventions. So when you've got a teacher telling you that your kid needs to get on ADD drugs like Ritalin, Adderall, or Focalin, you know, a lot of that's coming from some teachers conference that they went to, which was funded and sponsored by Big Pharma. So, we need to know where the information is coming from, right? Mm-hmm. Now, D, you just had a video where Senator Bill Cassidy of Louisiana was grilling the CDC director, Rochelle Walensky, and he was talking about, the difference between natural immunity versus vacations, right? So he asked very pointed questions of her, and she never really answered the question. But the main question he asked is, how many people in your staff are vaccinated? And she didn't answer the question. So he said, my data says you have over 75% of your staff working from home. So he's making the implication that, you know, a vast majority of the staff of the CDC are vaccinated.
Okay, you want to play it?
Yeah.
What percent of CDC employees are vaccinated?
We're actively encouraging vaccination in all of our employees and doing a lot of education and outreach in order to get our agency fully vaccinated.
And but the percent?
I don't have that for you today.
I'm told that 75 to some north of 75% of CDC employees at headquarters are still working remotely. Is that correct?
We are following regulations through HHS and the federal government.
No, that's not my question. I apologize to be rude, but I'm asking a very straightforward question. I've been told that north of 75% of employees at CDC headquarters are working remotely. Is that correct?
Senator, I don't actually know the number off the top of my head.
Okay, when you
so
look
I'd
down
have
the
to-
hallway, are there empty desks? Are over 50% of the desks empty?
Senator, I don't have the numbers off the top of my head. What I will tell you is that we're working closely within HHS and the administration to follow the governmental rules for return to
There was a
work.
recent GAO report that shows, and released in the last 2 weeks, that there's been no coordinated response from the federal government to get people back into work. Now, if there's any agency that, since we have teachers in Fulton County are back at work, that the caseload of COVID in Fulton County is about 88. At its peak, it was 606. If what I've been told by someone who, frankly, kind of knows, that people in laboratories are not showing up. I have no clue how laboratory workers who presumably are vaccinated wearing PPE would consider themselves eligible to stay at home. I say this because I just want to echo. We got to lead by example in the federal government. If our public health agencies don't have enough confidence in the immunization and in the PPE to go back to work, fighting infectious diseases, there's going to be a lot of undermining of a willingness to.
Yo, you know what's
That's interesting.
Yo, this dude,
That's interesting.
here's a metaphor for y'all. This dude gave this woman a painting by numbers. Biggie Smalls painting in the corner.
He sure did.
Gave her a painting, a canvas to paint by numbers.
How don't you know?
With the
We
paint.
know.
And
We
the
know.
numbers were on each paint. Here's one. Here's the number one for the paint. And I can't paint it. These
telling you.
people, and if you listen to the full interview, the way she sidesteps and skirts over the issues and meanders and
Just those
off
first
the
couple
path.
of minutes, you
Yo,
see right there. You don't
she's a
even wanna
Jedi master.
I feel like I would just want to watch the interview just
She-
to see how she dodges all the questions.
She's a Jedi master, and that we're FCC, right? That mess is indicative of how all these cats operate across all the governmental industries. Let me give you some other examples.
Okay.
Do you have something you want to say, Deke, before I...
Nah, man, I don't have anything to say. I mean,
You know you don't.
it's like this. There are arguments for both sides, pro-vax, anti-vax. But it's interesting when the CDC, who's telling everybody to get vaccinated,
Aren't
when
even
a strong
vaccinated.
percentage of their employees are unvaccinated. It's kind of like, well, if you ain't getting vaccinated,
He should have asked her specifically, "Are you vaccinated?" You know, see how she was went around that way. You know.
so it's interesting.
And you know what? You know, they could say yes, and it's the CDC. They can make up cards. I mean, there's people getting busted for making up counterfeit cards already. I mean, there's always ways around things. So let's talk about the Fed, for example. The Fed controls the central banks, which control the economy of the United States, which existentially it controls the economy worldwide because things are going on by the dollar, the Deutschmark, the yen, the lira, so on and so forth. So
Existentially.
You know, he out
FCC,
there
FCC.
with the words.
So the Federal Reserve Vice Chair Richard Clarida was trading up to 5 million
What's her name?
No, Richard Clarida was trading up to 5 million. See, the wine. We gotta cut her off. Get out of here.
Y'all think the same thing.
Not chlamydia, Clarida.
That's not the one
That
I was
was what I was
thinking
thinking.
of.
Yeah, I know what you were thinking.
Must be the wine.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
So he traded up to, this is the Federal Reserve Vice Chair, okay? He traded up to $5 million in bonds. So he traded like up to $5 million of broad-based bonds into broad-based stock funds. Right before Powell's, who's another, the Fed chair, gave a statement, a COVID statement. So he knew what was coming down the pipe.
Yo, I can't stop thinking of how it was with him growing up in school.
Cool.
With that last name.
But you know you caught hell.
I'm sorry.
There's no way. I would have got suspended for getting on about their names. Like, what's that?
Oh, there's some names out there.
Richard
Oh my
Clitoris?
God, my eyes.
Richard Clarita.
Clitoris. Sorry about that. Go ahead, man. Yo,
So-
my name.
So he made a lot of money trading off of insider information because he knew what was going to happen before it happened, before the Powell statement, and he
Just
started trading.
One more comment. He got all this money and he couldn't change his last name.
Yeah, that would have been the first order of
That's
business.
crazy. Like, all right.
Like, Dad, I'm sorry, but I'm changing my last name.
Right.
But go ahead, man.
Yeah. So you got the Dallas Federal Reserve guy making million dollar trades, and then during the coronavirus, the Fed presidents Kaplan and Rosengren traded stock securities, right? And then you have Representative Josh Gottenheimer, who's the House's top recipient of private equity cash, ruling on the bigger, better, whatever bill. And then you have South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, Noem. Her daughter was studying to get her appraiser's license. The governor of South Dakota.
Failed, right?
And she failed. She didn't meet the requirements. And her mother, the governor, got her, made some phone calls, pulled some strings, and got her her appraiser's license. So you got someone who's out there, doing appraisals, who can't even pass the test. So when I saw that, I read that article. The first person I thought of was when we had City Councilman Justin Hurst on a couple weeks ago, where he made an honest mistake. Right? Remember that conversation? He made an honest mistake, and he was being dragged through the news media, through the papers, his competition per se, political competition, for an honest mistake. And the way he described it, it's plausible that's an honest mistake, right?
Right.
Here you have the governor. This isn't an honest mistake. In the media, she's not getting attacked, nothing. But you got a city councilman making an honest mistake, and he's getting attacked by all sides. And he still won his re-election.
Still won.
So, the double standard is crazy, and I'm going to hit my ADD. I want to give a shout out to Justin Hurst, Tracy Whitfield, and LaTonya Monroe Naylor, and Denise Hurst for winning our re-election. And I would say, I wouldn't say it was a contentious election. I would say it was a hostile election because the dominant society was actively campaigning against them.
You mean the Sarno administration?
Well, congratulations to them.
Okay.
Actively campaigning against them.
And aggressively.
To get some sycophants in there. And who was that guy who couldn't even say two words that was stuttering? The stutter rapper? He sounded like K Solo from West Haven.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
I couldn't even watch it. I was literally getting a headache. That vein in my forehead was popping out, and I don't have a vein in my forehead.
Insane.
What does it say to white supremacy in Springfield that you throw all this money behind just some white candidate that will just toe the line, and they can't win?
Well, it says that the Sarno administration is vulnerable, and this is the second election in which they put tons of money behind people to try and oust Whitfield and Hurst, and they lost. So it basically says a lot. So people just need, it's like this, people need to pay attention politically in terms of the potential and the possibility that is out there. So we could take any seat. we just have to work, and I have to give all the candidates credit. They all worked really, really, really hard. I mean, Tracy was out there every day. Ayanna Crawford, I wish she had won. She knocked on every door. Leslie Braxton did a great job. So it's kind of like, folks are out there putting that work in. And if you put that work in, you can get in office. I'm telling you right now, 2023 is going to be interesting for the mayoral election. I'm going to be watching, boy, I'll be sitting here soaking on some wine, watching that election.
I might drink some wine for the first time in my life on
Listen.
that mess.
Listen, there's going to be a changing of the guard, and people need to get on it. I can't make endorsements, and I'll probably get in trouble for making that statement. Doesn't matter. I'm here for the noise. I'm here for the good trouble. Call me Rufus Black.
He's here for good trouble.
He said, call me Rufus Buck.
Call me Rufus Buck. Call me Rufus Buck. I'm here for the good trouble.
Rufus Buck. I'm changing your name on my phone.
But, Ayanna Crawford, I want to give a special shout out for, she was so close. Is that Jazz down in North Kakalaki?
She said the stutter rapper.
Bring me some mashed potatoes with some gravy, please.
Mashed potatoes.
So, she lost by a few streets. That's what I'm going to say. A few streets. And keep fighting.
Yeah, just keep fighting.
Keep fighting. Shore up your support. Marshal up your support that you had, because you had a lot of votes. Get them back in the fray. Get them working.
And I'm going to say this also. If you want people to win elections, you have to do more than just vote. You have to do more than just say, listen, I'm going to click a like button on their campaign flyer. Go into your pockets, and you have to make those contributions. We're always worried about our, candidates of color selling out. Bottom line is, if you don't want them to sell out, you have to buy them first. Second thing is, if you're not happy with the candidate choice, then put yourself in a position to be voted for. Anybody can run. Anybody can run. I see my man, what's up? Senator Adam Gomez is on deck with us. That's really dope. When was the last time you had a state senator jump online and watch a show like this? So it's kind of like, even Adam's story. Listen, man, if you had asked 50 people, political heads, if Adam could have gotten on city council at the time when he first ran, they'd have been like, won't happen. If you had to tell them to look, 5 years into the future to see if this dude would be our state senator and doing this thing down in Boston, folks would have said, nah, it wouldn't happen. The bottom line is, when you get out there and you put in that work, you can take any seat you want. So we got work to do. We just got to handle our business. What time is it? It is
7:30.
What time?
7:30.
This girl says 7:30. Lord, no more wine.
Yo, daylight savings time like a mug.
9:39 degrees City, Springfield. I do have to pay some bills, but go ahead, Rob. I know you got some more.
So,
like to talk about?
Do we want to talk about the recent revelation Bishop Talbot Swan put out there?
I think I know you guys said you wanted to talk about that, but I think first there's a conversation that needs to be had, and come to Jesus moment for everybody. So there are conversations being had, and I think we need to have that conversation first.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a conversation that needs to be had about that first, and folks are talking about it, and folks are working their way through it. So rather than contribute to the controversy, I said let's figure out how we can make this happen. There are folks. What Rufus Buck said when he shot dude, he said, "You're an enemy of progress." There are a lot of people who are enemy of progress, coming from a number of communities of color. But then we got people who are actively working together and trying to make things happen. So what happens is, if we feed into it, then we get to the point where we remain divided. And room 214 at City Hall never changes. For me, the goal is get rid of the folks in room 214. There's someone at the federal, on the federal level, chair of the House Ways and Means Committee, vulnerable, he can be replaced. And the bottom line, the goal is to make sure that our folks are constantly working together so that our political leadership reflects the people in this community. And I think that's more important.
Okay, with that being said,
I just heard that our video is stuck.
Uh-oh.
Dang, Facebook, really?
Uh-oh, we're being shadow banned.
I sees me. Let me look on my phone. But
it wasn't stuck on mine.
Oh, okay. So we got work to do. There's a number of issues, a number of things. Jasmine says she's not stuck. A number of things that we need to talk about politically. The other thing is, I think we need more workshops in the community so that people can understand what to ask for when they approach their state reps, their state senators, their city councilors.
Hold them accountable too.
Yeah, it's like
define the narrative.
People complain. Yo, that's messed up. That's messed up, Senator. He said he was playing. There are a number of people who complain about some of the folks that we have in office now. They don't do nothing for anybody. They don't do this. It's like, first of all, let's clear this up. No one downtown can pay your light bill. They can't pay your rent. Can't pay your mortgage. Can't get your kid out of jail. Can't get your kid in college. There are a number of things that we can't do. But then there are services that can be provided. There are, funding opportunities that do come down the pike. But folks have to be ready for it. You have to be organized. You have to be tight. The infrastructure has to be in place. But, there's things you can ask a state rep that you can't ask your city councilor. There's things you can ask a city councilor that you can't ask your state rep or your state senator. So at some point over the next couple of weeks, we're looking at inviting people on so that people can learn how to navigate this process and you know what to ask for. There are various departments all from the state level all the way down to the municipal level. You can access, there are resources available. There are services that they provide that can assist you with whatever you're attempting to do, from opening a business or doing something with your home. There are services. There's a wealth of information. There's a wealth of resources. Our problem is we don't know how to access that stuff.
And a great example is when we had Homegirl on last Monday when she was dropping the A-Rap. Was it the A-Rap? The ARPA.
ARPA.
Yeah.
Oh, Tiffany Alicia. Oh, man,
Alicia.
She dropped them jewels. I can't wait to get her back on.
Yeah, I mean, there's money out there, people, and you got to go for it.
But you have to put yourself in a position to go for it. You have to make sure that your stuff is tight. So this is 90.7 WTCC Monday Night Live. We have like another 8 minutes with my man Rob Jones. We have more guests coming into the studio. Yeah, you can call me Rufus Buck. That's mine.
I'm going to change your name in my phone to
Rufus Buck.
Buck.
I'm going to run for office under the name Rufus Buck.
Letters too. Because then you know it's real. Because it get loud,
So what do you got to say about all that? Hold on, let's get in. Here we go.
Damn!
Lord Evans, that's my girl. All right, so what else you got for me, Rob?
No, that's it. I think some of the stuff I got is gonna have to wait to Sunday's program.
All right, so
when it's not FCC regulated.
So make sure you tune in on Sunday. Every Sunday at 6 or 3.
It was 6.
Every Sunday at 6 p.m. we have On Deck. We're going live. We have Wednesday evenings, the Wednesday evening show focusing on Black health. We're back with that again. So there are a number of shows that will be coming back on. We'll have new guest hosts coming on, new moderators. It's going to be crazy. So listen, man, media is everything, and you get in when you fit in. So we'll be on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. Yo, listen, we're going to bring it to
Media, Black Planet.
There has to be some changes at Room 214, and there has to be changes at that federal office.
What's that other one? What's that old one?
All right, and with that being said, yo, listen, man, what am I going to play?
Yo, play Barrington Levy, man.
Man, I got no Barrington Levy.
From the soundtrack.
Oh, man, you want me to play that soundtrack again?
Yes, sir.
The Harder They Fall. Listen, go watch that movie.
It's really good.
And if you don't watch that movie, all I got to say to you is, down. What's wrong with you?
I don't know where they go, where they go. Where are the children of men? Question that we did not know. When will we see them again? Question that
I'm Tanisha Arena, and you're listening to Unapologetic. Now, you know, when you see me twice in a week, it's going to be good. So after that last podcast, and I talked about the mass shootings, I got some feedback, which I really appreciate. And I was asked to talk about colorism and the fact that the shooter has been identified as being Syrian, which is not white, and how some folks would say, well, there's mental illness. I'm going to push back on the mental illness first, because there are a lot of folks in our country who are struggling through their mental health issues, and they take their medication, go to therapy. They even have bad days, and they're not shooting anyone. So no, we're not doing that, because that's not fair. And now when we get to talking about colorism, that's another thing that we have to address that's rampant in all the places that were colonized, because whiteness is about proximity to power, right? And if I could just get me some and they won't treat me as bad. And colorism looks like folks that are darker skinned, aspiring to be lighter skinned, and how they say light, bright, and damn near white. Because if I could be white passing, then I could live that life. I won't get treated so bad. My kids won't have to experience, being called bad names and treated different. Proximity to power. I fit in with that dominant group. And we do that to ourselves in our own communities. That colorism is a thing, right? My darker skinned friends and what that experience is. I've even been asked, do I think I could say the things that I do if I were darker skinned? Probably not. But who knows? But that's colorism. We do have to talk about that in our communities. We have to talk about guns in our communities, right? Do we need to have gun control legislation that makes sense? Absolutely. Why do any of us need guns where you pull the trigger and like 100 bullets come out? Why do we need that? If you're hunting animals, or even if you're trying to police a neighborhood, but then even saying that, we've got to understand where this comes from, because guns have always been about power and control and dominance. And that's why I believe with every fiber of my being, if every Black and brown person suddenly became a card carrying member of the NRA and had licenses to carry and concealed carry and all those other things, we would have gun control legislation by the end of the day. Because now, who has the power and control? When the Black Panthers had guns, that got shut down. But the KKK, still going. Again, this is about white supremacy and a dominant culture that is moaning and groaning and aching because it's losing that power and control. This has always been a numbers game. What do you think happens when you breed people to do your work? Breed people at large rates. So Black and brown faces will always outnumber the white ones. And then you throw more imbalance into the equation that looks like climate change, and you have people fleeing their countries of origin. And those folks are usually from Black and brown countries. You're just outnumbered. And what happens when you're outnumbered? You lose. And if you know that you're losing, what do? You cheat. That's also part of the white supremacist playbook. It's also part of the white supremacist playbook to change the goalpost when you realize you can't win. We keep replicating dominance. We keep doing the same thing over and over again. And as we discussed last time, that is the definition of insanity. You want to troll me because of what I said? You can do that. I'm here for it, because we need to have these conversations and they need to be in the forefront. We need to hold our elected officials accountable, because whose kids? Yours, mine, Sandy Hook, Columbine, Parkland. Like, this is our legacy. And if we want it to be something different, we need to do something different. So I'm going to keep talking about this. Elections have consequences in your community, at the state level, and at the federal level. It's 2021, and the word is accountability.
90.7 WTCC FM. This is D.Moss. This is Monday Night Live. We have more guests in the studio. My man, the CEO, Sam Bradley.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The mogul,
Yes.
Kate Sam.
Yes, sir.
They're going to be chopping up, talking about everything they got going on right now. They have a number of events coming up. So if you don't know, now you know.
Homie.
Yeah.
So just real quick, that was my sister. My sister in the culture, that was Tanisha Arena, the executive director of Arise for Social Justice.
Yeah.
Every week we'll be playing. She she does a podcast for Holyoke Media. And it's so dope, it's so deep, it's so insightful. It's kind of like one of them things you just got to include it with everything else that we're doing. So what we're going to start doing from now on is adding Tanisha, the 5 minutes of Tanisha Arena, let her just do her thing. She's so unapologetic. You gotta love her. I'm in love with that sister's intellect. I'll follow her to the moon and back. She's that dope. So with that being said, we got K-Sam and Sam Bradley. K-Sam, Sam Bradley.
That's kind of dope.
Oh, wait a minute. So they in the studio with us. We're gonna chop it up. So gentlemen, what are we talking about? Hit me.
Oh man, we got a lot of things going on right now. You know.
Yeah, y'all got a lot of things going on right now. So talk to me, man. What's going on?
Well, we're having this show coming up this Saturday. Actually, it's at Ministry in Motion. Okay.
Okay. With Reverend Brown.
Reverend Brown.
I love that.
Yeah. So yeah. So we're gonna have we got a couple of performers there.
Can
we
I
have
just say one thing?
Yes, you can.
The choir there, woo!
Oh.
I love the choir.
You love the choir?
Yeah.
And the band too.
Yes,
Dope.
of course. They comes with the choir.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well,
You know Jerome.
Yeah, all of it, yeah.
Oh, they got
That's
the
all I
Pitts
wanted to
brothers
say
up
about
there?
that.
Yeah.
You already know.
You said the Pitts brothers.
Right.
I just
Man,
wanted to
listen,
say
them
that.
cats start playing. It's a wrap.
And shout out to Shaq too on the bass.
That's right. Yeah.
Shaq be doing this.
Yeah.
Look, man, Shaq's he's like that dude from the Five Heartbeats. He's in about 20 different groups right now.
Yeah.
Shaq must be like, have bass will travel.
Yeah.
Yo, for real.
So listen, man, but the Pitts brothers,
That's
when I
fact.
first started hitting the studio, it was with Jerome and Trevor.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Y'all got to
They're dangerous.
This one album we did. I know that we gonna talk about y'all.
Yeah, but go ahead, Doc. Come on.
After Midnight with Jerome Pitts. Yo, that had to be one of the sexiest albums I ever put together. Shout out to Jerome Pitts. That's my definitely. But y'all got some stuff happening. Talk to me.
Yeah. So what we doing at Ministry of Motion though, we have this show. It's called The Show, actually, and we have Kyla B.
Okay.
Chauncey B.
Yeah,
Kyla B. Chauncey B. Yeah.
Y'all got a little thing happening there with names, man.
Right.
Yeah. And then we got from New York, we have Sirius. Her name's Bridget Sirius.
Okay.
And Sirius Music.
No.
And then we have Latoya J.
Yes, featuring. She's gonna be special guest.
Latoya J. So everybody got an initial. So
Yeah.
Everybody
They
got
said
it.
Cardi B?
Everybody Get rid of him. Yeah, he is hilarious.
All the bees.
Yeah, the bees. Yeah.
All the bees.
So that's what's up.
Cardi B.
So is this like is this supposed to be gospel? Is this mixed genre? So this is gonna be a gospel concert called The Show, taking place at
Ministry of Motion.
Ministry in Motion. That's up on the X.
Yeah, the
Right.
White.
Belmont Street.
Yeah.
Belmont.
Street.
Is it Belmont?
Yeah.
Well, I
Right,
thought
well,
it was,
Belmont,
I thought that
something
was,
to
well,
come
it is on
together.
Dickinson and Belmont.
Yeah.
Dickinson, Belmont. It's right there in the corner. Ministry in Motion. It's a big church. You can't miss it.
Right.
So that's dope.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
All right, so
Right
that's one
across from
thing.
the
Have
Cumberland
what?
Farms.
Say it again.
Okay, that's right.
Next to the Cumberland.
Coming
Yeah.
I
from
was
us,
going there
yeah.
every Sunday. Don't tell him because he's gonna start calling me.
I'm about to tell him. I'm about to tell him.
We won't tell.
Yeah.
Tell Reverend Brown that he's been in church.
Matter of fact, we call him Pastor E. You know what I'm
I
saying?
never was late. I was there, bro. My whole bad sign
Yeah. And then we also have the following Saturday, on the 20th. We're gonna be at the White Lion. Okay.
You said the 20th.
The 20th.
The 20th.
20th. November 20th.
Jesus, crazy.
The 20th.
I thought he said it too.
The 20th.
What show is that? What club is that?
The twins.
Yeah, twins. And then we had
Switching his accent to
The twin.
okay, all right, Sam.
Hey. New day.
Yeah. I could have swore you said the twins. I got the headphones.
Okay, hold on.
He said when?
I'm like, okay, who you got? All right.
Yeah, we got them coming down too.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
got it. Well, all right. You got twins coming on the twins. When thy glass is empty.
Yeah.
You don't make me start crying.
The Kool-Aid.
Don't make me start. That Kool-Aid real?
You said when?
My bad.
He
So
still lost the side of the harder they
we
fall.
have the show.
The show.
Coming up.
Yes.
You said when?
And then that white line.
That white line.
We have
The big show.
the big show.
Yes.
This
Alright,
is
the big
all
show.
Spirit Life Entertainment artists.
Okay.
Those.
All right. I was gonna ask you. So these are all
Yes.
performers, people who have signed with Spirit Life.
Yep.
Now, for those who don't know, what exactly is Spirit Life? Because there's a radio station, there's the label. Talk to me about Spirit Life real
So
quick.
we'll go ahead.
It's the radio station, it's the label, it's the clothing line, it's a way of life.
It's the way of life.
So Spirit Life Entertainment, Spirit Life is really a cultural vibe. Paraphernalia, that's your gear. You got it. Okay, everything you said.
It's the way of life.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Getting ready to, we're doing the sit down project.
Yeah,
Working
that's
on
coming
that
on that.
production.
Yeah.
I think I was telling you about that. That's a video production we're trying to get done.
Okay. Okay, I think you did tell me about that.
Yeah.
So
I
on
see.
that, then you got
He's
Team
trying to
Talk.
get you on the way of life.
And we also have Spirit Life Entertainment Team Talk.
Team Talk.
Yeah, which is hosted by Lil Nick.
Team Talk.
Yeah.
See, I start smiling when I hear my man Lil Nick. That's my dude. Okay.
Yes.
Lil Nick.
Shout out to Lil Nick.
Yes,
Yeah, and if
definitely.
everybody don't know his story, he got hit by a school bus. He was pronounced dead on the scene. And God brought him back to life. So we call him the Lazarus.
Lazarus.
Yeah, he's dope.
That's
So
awesome.
he's
That's a
good.
beautiful
There's
story.
a lot of things going on,
All right,
a lot
that's
of
what's
things,
up.
So, but these shows coming up, and on the 20th.
The twin.
20. Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
So,
DJ KLS will be there.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
word, KLS live.
You know, I feel like that's my
Shout out
personal.
KLS.
That's my personal DJ right there.
Yeah.
Every show I do, you
Right.
know KLS is attached to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Word. Because he lived.
Yeah.
He's doing the
Shout out
lighting.
Yeah, he's nice. We were trying to use him too as a personal DJ.
Yep.
But can he be both of our personal DJ?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
No, I'm
Yeah.
selfish.
Just
Okay.
for the twin?
Yeah.
But-
This been a twin.
For the twin.
Yeah,
You saw he got lost again the wood.
For the
You said
twins. All right, so that's what's up. So we got the show, then we got the big show, and it's all Spirit Life Entertainment artists.
Which is myself, Nick Carlott, Terry Reynolds.
Terry
Wait a minute,
Reynolds?
Terry Reynolds.
What you doing with her?
Springfield.
She's
Springfield.
lit.
Okay,
Yeah.
Her
I'm thinking somebody
voice,
else.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
ain't heard her voice.
Nah, I've never heard her
Woo.
sing.
Oh, you never heard? Oh.
She's something else,
Oh,
let me
yeah.
tell you.
You know, we do have a microphone. Y'all can bring artists to the station. We do live. We
Listen.
enjoy
Hey,
live
well,
performances.
we'll do that
You
then.
want
Definitely
her
will
voice
do
to
that. Do that.
be
Unless y'all skirt.
both.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no.
Skirt.
No.
Hey,
Hey,
none of our artists are scared.
She has
We
such a
also
beautiful voice.
we got Amy J.
She gonna be there on the
Okay.
twin?
Yeah, she gonna be there.
Okay.
Yeah.
She what now?
I'm gonna do it with my 2-year-old Doug.
I can't wait till the 20th today. Yeah. Now I'm done. All my friends, they're gonna be so sick.
But Amy J.
Amy J. She's Spanish and English singer. She's gonna be her, and then we have Elizabeth Roman. She's gonna be there.
Now she's a
Elizabeth
newly
She's a new
signed
sign.
artist.
That's Elizabeth Roman, not
Roman.
Roman.
Yeah.
That's the reporter.
No.
You said
another
MJ
one,
gonna
okay.
be
She knows a reporter from the Republican.
Name Elizabeth Roman.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a dope writer.
Okay.
Dope
That's
writer.
a nice name.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. But she's a dope singer.
Okay, I'm looking forward to hearing
and
that.
good.
I can't wait.
Guitar player.
So are you telling me
Guitar.
Are you telling me you
Yeah.
brought me some of her music?
No.
Wow. You know,
But I want to tell you something.
See,
I want to tell you.
There's a backstory. I used to get their music.
Right,
Playing their music without permission.
Right.
So
I don't think they heard that. I don't think they heard what you just said.
I was playing their music before it was released.
Right.
I'm the leak. He called me Rufus Buck.
Yeah, it's the leak king.
Don't ever send anything to D if you want him to just listen to it, because he will play it. Okay, for everybody.
If it's that good, I'm gonna play it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right.
I'll
Don't
be like,
send
I
it
just
to me
want
if
you
you
to
don't
just
want to
hear
play
it. It's not edited.
Yeah,
D's
yeah.
next thing on the next morning show, Monday show. He like, well, this new joint by so. Like, you know good and well you were supposed to shout nobody.
Tell her
you know I'm gonna do it.
90.7.
90.7 WTCC FM.
Matter of fact, that was
But I want to
Terry Reynolds right there. Just
That's
Okay, good. So finish talking
Can you
about the
ask her
roster.
to call in and sing to us?
the roster. We're gonna do a surprise for you.
A surprise, a word.
But I'm finna
Right
let
now?
you on the surprise because I
Right
don't
now?
do it.
You gonna tell me
Right
the
now?
surprise
Yeah.
right now? How is it a surprise if we announce it on the radio?
Yeah.
I guess it ain't no surprise.
That means
No,
like,
no, surprise me, bro. Let's
does
get
this
this.
surprise include
Let's
food?
get it.
No food? Oh.
We're gonna do how to praise them acoustically
Ooh.
Oh,
in Spanish.
in Spanish.
in Spanish.
When?
On the 20th.
On the tween.
On the twins.
On the tween. On the tween.
Yeah.
No, that's gonna be interesting. Y'all
It's gonna be interesting, but it's dope.
That sounds dope already. You know some of the words? Go ahead, do it.
What you mean? No, I'm
Dude,
not
come
doing
on.
this. I'm not doing this.
Can you try
She's
it?
doing this.
I mean, but you can't think of how it go real quick. I just want to try it.
I can't do it.
Okay.
She
Yeah.
does it in Spanish.
Let's see.
She surprised us
That
that
sounds
day.
so cool. I think anybody that can sing it.
I take it seriously. Beyond the depth of my bones. So when my father found me in the penitentiary, no never judging me, teaching me through all the sin, and he didn't leave me. He was just walking with me.
Well, you know my song.
Mostly
by
I be
now.
faking,
Not my song.
acting like you're praising the Lord instead of sinning. Give your life up to God. If he can turn water into wine, if he can give the sight to the blind, what makes you think he can't deliver you? Said I know sometimes we fall, but we gotta get back up. And I ain't saying that we're perfect, but I know it gets rough. Just give him the glory, give him the praise. Do everything you can in his name. Give me your hand. I'ma show you how to praise him. I'ma show you how to praise him. Show you how to praise him. Praise him, praise him, praise him. You don't know about how. Let me show you how to praise him. Praise him, praise him, praise him. Maybe just praise him. Let me show you how to praise him. Praise him.
That's Let Me Show You How to Praise Him by K-Sam featuring
New
CK,
Jersey on the
Spirit Life
on the
Entertainment
20,
label.
on the 20.
So, all right, finish telling me about that roster, man.
Amy J.
Amy J.
You know, Elizabeth
Roman.
Yep.
You know, who else we got?
You
Nick
talking
Carolina.
about Willie Naylor?
Willie Naylor.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You guys seen a long time coming? Change
Yes,
Yeah,
he
come
is.
on now.
Actually, he
Yeah.
rehearsed it. He was in rehearsal doing it
Yo,
today.
shout out to my man, to Rev Naylor.
Yeah.
Elder Naylor is no joke. I be
Yeah.
like, every time if I have a show and he walk in,
Yeah.
we gonna break the agenda real quick.
Right.
Bro, can you singing Change is gonna come?
Yeah.
He's singing that one. He's singing
Yeah.
that
He's singing for
Yeah.
the bishop.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
He's singing that one.
here's what it is.
He
All
is
right, so that's
definitely
gonna be
singing that
that's
one.
gonna be a heck of a show.
Yes.
Now that's supposed to be all
That is
gospel,
gonna be a dope show.
but it's
That's
in
a
the
gospel
bar.
show. It's in the bar.
So tell
You
me
know what
about
I'm
that.
saying? You know,
See, I'm a preacher's kid, and you know we
Right.
go Pentecostal like
Right.
fire, brimstone,
Okay.
Pentecostal.
Right,
Where it's
right,
like,
right.
you know, the Bible says, "Be of the world, but not in the world."
Right.
And I look at now, and I love the fact that we have people in the gospel industry now who are like tearing down the walls and saying, "Listen, the people who need to hear it
Right.
ain't hearing it in the four walls of your safe church."
And that's what I was going to say. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Once again, there's no place that basically the gospel can't go.
Right.
Because there's always someone in there who's going to need to hear that word.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, we ain't going to hit them upside the head with the word. You know what I'm saying? We're going to bring it to them like how we bring it to them.
That's right.
And, you know, sometimes people, when they hear our music, they really don't really know it's gospel music until they listen to it really good. And they're like, did he say praise the Lord, or did he say
They don't know that.
praise
That's
him, or,
even
you
still
know?
in their minds. That's
And
cool.
so that's the way, if that's the way we have to get them, then that's the way we're going to get them.
Listen, man, the first time I heard the Winans,
cool.
I was at a club in New Haven called Brick and Wood.
Uh-huh.
And they were jamming. I'm like, yo, this is
I
dope.
love the one.
Yeah.
Dope. And I'm like, but this dope. Oh.
Yo, their Heart and Soul album, don't
Yeah.
play.
Don't
Oh.
play. Listen, man, it was
My
bump. I mean, quite a few cats bumping in the club.
Yeah.
And people don't even know until somebody says,
Right.
oh, it's a gospel artist.
Right.
And it's so crazy because it's kind of like, if I hear gospel artist, I'm like, I don't know now.
Right.
You know, it's crazy, but I was already bumping to it.
Right.
So especially when like the gospel hip hop first came out, man, everybody. I mean, again, going old school fire brimstone, you know, backwoods church.
Right.
You're like, that's, you know, you hear how to preach, that ain't God. So you go, that ain't God. And just bumping your head.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you had the bands in the church. They're playing, you know, Parliament Funky.
Yeah, right.
They rock
Right.
everything that's hot in the club.
Exactly.
Like, hey, yeah, I got the best piano.
Yeah.
He played for me at the spot in Bridgeport last night. Then we went to the script club.
Yeah. See?
But the bottom line is like, if you're gonna put your ministry to music, then everyone should be allowed an opportunity to hear it.
Yeah, right.
You know, I remember when this is how old I am. When what's his name? Andre Crouch.
Okay.
Y'all old enough to remember Andre Crouch?
Yes.
Listen, man, you remember? Oh my God, every preacher across the country had a sermon about Andre Crouch. And then Walter Hawkins, because in music it was like, it was somewhere in the middle. They pulled the Sam Cooke. It was somewhere between opera and B, and pop and gospel somewhere. You know, and it's just like, now it's like that's considered traditional.
Right.
And the stuff that y'all doing is called like, questionable.
Yeah, you know, and once again, you go to some churches, you know, if you're talking about gospel hip hop, you know, some people ain't down with that. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. Still, 2021.
Right.
But the kids are, but go ahead.
But yeah, and see, and that's who we're trying to reach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're reaching those people who you know, parents goes to those fire and brimstone churches, you know, and if we keep hitting them with gospel hip hop, with music that they can understand, because I tell people all the time, I said, listen, you know, it's very easy just to be I don't want to say a Christian, but to be a believer, okay? You know, once again, you don't have to, just don't do nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be a believer in a sense, but, you know, I said, you know, all I have to do is just, you know, be myself, have a good time, have fun, but still be a, you know, cool cat, good guy.
Right.
And that's what I do.
And this is like some of the music I've heard, and it's not so much about whether you're a Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is you got music with positive messages. And people are tired, I'm tired of hearing about bees and hoes and you know, objectifying my sisters, making my daughter look like she out on the block.
Right.
You get tired of that. I just want to hear something that's gonna, you know, I can bob my head to and not feel embarrassed because my 4-year-old is listening. You know, and it got a good, relax, relate, release. Well, damn, who don't need that? You know what I mean? You know, that's not even about being. It's not even about being a believer or being Christian or anything else. That's just like, listen, man. Sometimes you need to hear something that's gonna move you and just kind of wake you up and motivate you to keep moving forward. And it's like, if your message isn't inspirational to the point where somebody says, "Ah, man, I don't want to do it today. I'm just done."
Right.
And then you hear something that kind of keeps you going. That's at the end of the day. That's it. It's like where spirituality meets the natural man.
Right.
And if you can't meet a natural brother or sister on that crossroad, then you don't. You really don't need to be singing gospel or anything else. Because gospel, I mean, before they called it gospel, it was just it was that backwoods plantation music.
Oh yeah. Plantation.
Get me through the night.
Yeah.
No, that was it, man.
Spiritual.
Thank you. It was spiritual.
Yeah.
And you know, you're talking about spirituals, and you're talking about soul music. The thing that they have in common is the fact that it moves your soul, it shakes your spirit.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, them songs that you wake up singing just to, damn, my boss, I want to shoot him, but I don't want to go to jail.
And see, blues.
Yeah.
Oh, the blues. You know, singing that.
You know,
you just said a song right there.
Yeah.
You know,
I want to shoot my
boss.
No, I can't.
I can't stand that man. I know his wife was me. And I don't give a damn. Listen, man.
Yeah.
So I appreciate what y'all doing. I mean, I dig the feel. You know, some folks, I don't care what they're saying, they can't get away from that church music anyway. I'm just saying.
I know I can. I know that from. Oh, honestly, you know what? While we're on
She's
this
singing
subject,
tattoos, and it sounds like at the cross. It's like,
no, listen. I just want to say that I was just riding in the car. Yo, shout out to all my friends. I love y'all because y'all know that I'm a church girl at heart.
Yeah.
And so listen, right? I have all my music mixed together. So like when we go on a long road trip, sometimes my gospel music pops up, and I look at them like, you know, I gotta play this.
you know what?
They're like, it's all right, girl. So shout out to all my friends that be in the car and listen to my gospel music with me, and it's not awkward. You guys are awesome.
My
I love
playlist
you.
is the same
For
way. It's like you gonna
real,
find. Listen, I can't even do shows because I remember we did Organic Soul. It was like this venue we used to run. We had gospel artists, we had jazz artists, we had hip hop, poetry, we had R&B. It didn't matter, Southern soul. We just mixed it. It's kind of like if I dig your sound, I'm gonna put you on the lineup.
That's right. That's right.
So it's like you walk through, people dug it because it was just unpredictable, and it was just like you just never know what's gonna catch your ear.
Right.
So I dig what y'all do because y'all have comedians,
Nick
y'all have artists. I mean, so it's kind of like I'm digging it. I'm loving what y'all do.
I mean, once again, you know, we try to give everybody an opportunity, everybody a chance. You know, and we don't care if it's an R&B group. I mean, because before we got into that gospel arena, you know, I was a rapper, you know.
MC Shorty B.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna spit a bar right now. You know what I'm saying?
Because, you know, come on, man.
But I'm an old G.
You know, throw the instrumental. It'd be like Mark, be like Kalai, give me a beat.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So we give everybody an opportunity and everybody a chance. You know, sometimes people come to us and say, "Man, you know, my singing career is done with. I'm too old." Or I'm like, "No, you're not. If God gave you a gift, you're supposed to use it." You know, and you know, that's it.
You don't give up on you. You know me. You know I'm gonna preach that to the day that I'm gone. Don't never stop doing what you do.
Trying to get my old self in the studio.
You need to get in the studio.
Yeah. Hey, I think you all right in the studio. You need to come back.
She heard what you call it?
Which one?
The one you got on. The one you got for the show.
I'm sorry. For a show.
Look at him. Here you go again. When?
This show. For the tweet.
No. I think she heard it.
Okay.
So angry. You heard that, right?
I'm not sure. Did you send it to me?
It's me.
Oh, wait, you sent it to me in Messenger and you asked me what I think about it. Of course I heard it.
Yeah.
It would have been a problem if I didn't hear it.
That would have been cool.
No, it would have been a problem if I didn't hear it. Like, to me, like, I would have been mad at you. That's a problem.
We'll stay mad for 5 minutes.
Whatever.
All right, so give me those dates.
I do only be mad for like 5 minutes. It's corny.
You do.
Like,
You mad for
it's
5
because like
minutes.
life is worth more than just being upset forever.
We're gonna turn that into a gospel song.
Let's do it.
It's gonna be called 5 minutes.
Listen, I'm with it.
We're about to write a song called 5 minutes. I'm gonna be mad for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like too short.
Give me 5 minutes, gone 5.
I prayed about it, now I got by.
I'm only happy because I'm still alive.
Your turn. When you ready?
Hold up.
Don't be mad at him.
We gotta turn this into a line by line freaking game right now. Let's do it.
Listen, man. Anything can be done. All right, y'all. This is 90.7 WTCC FM in the studio with my partner in crime. Yeah, we will. NBS Malay.
You gotta sing
I got
it,
the
D.
CEO,
Sing it.
Sam Brad. Okay. This is D.Moss.
Sing it the gospel way. The gospel way.
In the studio with my homegirl. NBS Malay.
Wow. Okay.
I like the
wow.
Yes.
Got the CEO Sam Bradley, the mogul. K Sam. We up in here. As a matter of fact, we're gonna do a quick music break. Because I gotta play this. Otherwise, Malay gonna be mad. Background sounds of K-Sam Unconditional. This is the rough version. I know he prefers the one that was all cleaned up, but this is it. Dig it, y'all.
But all I want is love unconditional. Love unconditional. I don't deserve it, no, but it would be worth it all. All I want is love unconditional.
That's all.
Love unconditional.
Hey, you know that old saying, finding love in wrong places. Well, I was scarred real deeply by these two-faced it. So-called friends in the end left me fat-faced it on the pavement, looking at rock bottom. I couldn't shake it. I know I did wrong in the past. See, I ain't perfect. Circumstances trying to survive brings the unworthy. Actions of hurting people. See, unintentionally conscious to hear my God's voice, knowing He ain't proud of me. So I check myself in the mirror, cause it starts with me. Remove myself from that false love surrounding me. You lost that company that you keep. That's what my mom's told me, but I was hard-headed, so God knew He had to hold me. Console me through the disappointment, people's phony love, until I understand the depths about His real love. No judging, just accept it in this house with false and all. See, I found what I was looking for, it wasn't none of y'all.
I made my mistakes and no, but all I want is love unconditional. Love unconditional. I don't deserve it, no, but it would be worth it all.
It will.
All I want is love unconditional. Love unconditional.
Hey, it's hard enough trying to find love in this crazy world. I mean that pure innocent love between boy and girl. Trying to find it as adult, it gets crazier. After a while, seeing they problems, they more than same as yours. You keep it pressing cause your spirit's not equally yoked. Growing up in the church, I kept that mental note. Relationship after relationship, see something's missing. That's what moms told me it's dead, son, if God ain't in it. So I rearranged some things with a different approach. Ain't let Him lead me to that seed, that's for me, He wrote. And don't be looking for Him matches when He feel I'm ready. Just you keep the faith and out of nowhere, see your soulmate. Check the setting. I was walking and she was driving home. She almost hit me, I'm just joking, not for real though. And conversating for a minute, we've been together since. Married 4 years, and I tell you this love is heaven sent.
4 children later when you hit with them trucks. That big truck.
I did not.
She did.
I did not. If I would have hit you with the truck, I would have been planning a funeral, not a wedding.
Unconditional. Unconditional.
We talked all night.
Unconditional.
I love you, sweetie.
I love you too,
No,
babe.
I'm not perfect, no. I made my mistakes and no, but all I want is love unconditional. Love unconditional. I don't deserve it, no, but it would be worth it all. All I want is love unconditional. Love unconditional. Yeah, yeah.
With D.Moss and NBS Malay.
Well, they got you. Yo, that was my man K-Sam featuring CK with Unconditional. Yo, that was dope.
And see, if you was in a club or bar or whatever, you would be vibing to this.
What? I don't
They
have my
wouldn't
hand
even
all
think.
up in the air.
They wouldn't even think it's a gospel song.
Right.
You would never know it was on a gospel album.
No, that's so funny because that's exactly what me and Casey had talked about before.
Yeah.
He was like, listen, it's the gospel. I was like, oh,
Let's
get gospel out of it.
Yo, that,
I know. I know. I love it.
So I want to make sure everybody
It
gets
sounds
those.
like a love song.
I want to make sure everybody gets those dates.
Okay.
Because you guys have, it's like what people don't understand is it requires a lot of work, man, putting venues together. That's a lot of work. And let's put those dates out there again so that people will get that.
And we forgot 2 dates.
Okay. Let's put them all out there.
Well, we got this Saturday.
This Saturday, the 13th.
13th.
So
the show.
The date is what?
The 13th.
And the
November the
10th.
13th.
November 13th. And
The
that's
show.
Gonna be the show, and that's gonna be at
Ministry in Motion.
Okay.
And then we got the 20th.
The twins.
The twins. Yeah.
Twins.
November 20th.
The twins.
The twins.
Yep.
You was from down south. Yeah.
Carolina.
We both from down south.
Carolina.
You didn't even realize yourself changing your voice. You was like, when?
You from down south?
Yeah. Yeah.
Close. I'm from Waterbury, Connecticut.
Yeah. Okay.
Waterbury.
You Waterbury. I know.
Waterbury kind of country.
Yeah.
Everybody say Caramel. We did Carmel. Hartford. Yo, we put a on everything, so I get you.
Okay.
I get you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the 20th is at
White Lion.
White Lion.
Okay.
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 And then we have the 11th. That'd be our comedy show.
The Ugly Sweater comedy show.
Yeah.
Ugly Sweater.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss that.
At Smokey Joe's.
Smokey
What?
Joe's.
I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss it.
Come on.
I know only because I have
Okay.
we got a stage play coming on December 11th.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, we forgot your date,
With the president's daughter?
Kwanzaa.
Oh, we got Kwanzaa coming in, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
Listen, man,
That's
December
right.
26th at the Boys and Girls Club Family Center, the 27th at Rebecca Johnson School. That's all day. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we'll be at Pamusa Museum for the lighting of the candles. Brief presentation, breaking of bread. So it's gonna be a nice week. Don't forget. So the 26th is at the Boys and Girls Club Family Center. That's the Black Wall Street Business Fair. And the lighting of the first candle. There'll be some brief entertainment. Then on Monday, the 27th, it's gonna be all day from 12 to like 6 or 7 p.m. We have a drill team coming up from New Haven. We have a double Dutch squad coming up from Hartford. We have a keynote coming from Atlanta.
I
Dr.
thought Monday
Scott
was the
Whitaker,
29th.
the 27th of December.
Oh, December.
December. Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking you're talking about all this month.
Kwanzaa in November.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
You see, you can tell.
Enemy of progress.
I'm that's for the 27th. That's the Kwanzaa one?
So, yeah. So the 27th of December, it's an all-day thing. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we'll be at the Pan-African Historical Museum. At some point, CEO Sam Bradley will have to come down and talk to us specifically about Pamusa Museum for those folks who do not know and have never had the opportunity to go there and visit. It's a dope spot. But that's a conversation for another day.
All right. All right.
I want to hear some details about the show on the 20th, also at White Lion.
Go for it. Get some details.
It's free admission.
Free admission. We like free.
Hey.
Free admission. It's gonna be food. They can order the drinks if they want to.
I'll be there on the 20th or the 20th.
On the 20th. But
the twin. The
but
twin.
we also
You gotta say it right. A twin.
But we also we're taking donations, and what we're doing also the donations we giving them to a homeless shelter for a good cause.
Okay.
On the parts of Spirit Life Entertainment and White Line.
Okay.
So it's free admission, but you can leave a donation.
On the twin.
Okay.
Twin.
On the twin. Downtown at White Line.
Twin.
Shout out to White Line, my partner Ray and Mike.
Listen, man. Shout out to Ray Berry and White Line doing this thing. Kenny Lumpkin and
Mike Shea.
Dewey's, the Hendricks couple family with Smokey Joe's. We got 3 spots out there.
Yes.
And giving people opportunity to come in and do what they do.
And I heard you doing someplace at the City Stage.
Yeah, I'll be at the City Stage on the 27th.
Okay.
Poetry and Dress?
Yeah.
27th of December or November?
Okay. November. The 27th of November. Saturday, November 27th. It's not Poetry and Dress. Bringing it there, we figure we'll leave the erotic stuff at Breezeway's Health up over on Page Boulevard and Smokey Joe's.
Shout out to Yolanda.
But we're doing spoken. It's an all-black affair. It's, come dressed in your best black outfit.
The 27th?
Yeah, the 27th.
November?
I'm gonna come dressed like Kanye West.
Yeah, you do. Look, man, I don't care if you come in pajamas.
I'll be one of your
disciples. It's all
again.
black. The top, but we have poets flying in from Philly. We have poets from Philly, Florida, Atlanta. Rhode Island, and New York.
Okay. 27.
27.
27.
And then a special performance by my man Marcus Quest Johnson. The band will be Mulatto.
Okay.
You know, I don't leave home without
Hey,
Mulatto.
okay, come on now.
Two things
Yeah,
I don't leave
okay.
home without.
Yeah.
I don't leave home without them. I'm like, people like, yeah, our band don't know that's my band.
Your band and your DJ.
DJ.
Yeah, you can have them. You know.
That's how I met
Although they play for everybody.
Right.
I'm just saying.
I love that's my band I play with.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be crazy. Then on December the 11th, we'll be at City Stage 2 shows, Black Stage play. So, you know, come on out, support Black Stage. A lot of actors, a lot of directors doing their thing. We're trying to bring them up to the city so they can showcase their skills.
Okay.
But tonight it ain't about me, it's about
the
Spirit
Queen.
Life.
Spirit Life. Well, you know, Spirit Life do. We do want to somehow, you know, get a show at the City Stage and bring a nice, inspirational show there.
Well, I'm gonna have one of your artists performing there in February.
My hand was up first.
Oh, okay. Sorry, go ahead. I don't really acknowledge hands.
Yeah, okay.
This is not a Eurocentric establishment.
I just want to know, are the strippers going to be visible?
The strippers.
You said center stage?
Did I say center stage?
That's what I heard.
I thought it said City Stage.
City Stage.
Yeah.
You said City Stage?
Yeah, I said it. It was probably one of like the tweens. Yeah,
I mean, because you said you throw events at the bar.
Listen.
So I'm like, all right, they got to throw events at the strip club now.
A sister getting their work life on.
Right.
An occupation is an occupation.
Right, yeah.
But we won't be at center stage.
Wait, so your events at center stage too? Or
City stage.
Okay. See, that's why I asked if it was. This is why I asked if it was gonna be the poetry and dress. Because remember.
Oh yeah, no. I still plan on doing that.
Okay, all right. You see, I got that messed up. Right?
That level, I
was
do that
just saying.
breezeway. Yeah, I do that breezeway. And I still plan on doing one.
So you was wondering why I wanted to bring.
Because remember how you were just saying you do it at the bar sometimes. Because I thought y'all was gonna go say something different.
Hey. Well, they need to, you know.
Let me come now.
For the sake of clarity, we'll be at City Stage.
Yes, please.
City Stage.
City.
All right, my bad. Okay.
CIT.
I need to open my ears. He had to sit and think about it. Did I say City Stage?
I'm like, okay.
So that's what's up. In February, we are looking to do a gospel side. We'll be talking to you.
Okay. All right.
I got some gospel cards coming in. We want to do something just talking about basically covering, you know, just that whole sojourn of gospel music.
Okay.
You know, coming over on the boats to what took place on the plantations, juke joints down, you know, just all the way up.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to mix it and do all different types of like gospel.
Yes. Yeah.
I just don't do the Eurocentric hymns.
Okay.
I can't rock with praise and worship songs.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't get with praise and worship.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can't mess
with.
Why
though?
It's whack. It's horrible.
You know, it depends what song.
I think praise and worship.
Because
Praise and worship songs are black people emulating white Christians.
Yeah.
It is kind of like, I grew up on
You gotta
gospel.
try praise.
But see, the praise and worship of today. Of today.
But there was no praise and worship back in my day. There was testimony service.
Yeah, testimony.
With Sister Jackie and Sister Johnson. God is the whole deal.
And my church was like, I give all that to God ahead of my life.
And then they start talking about, then they give a testimony.
And then the preacher started off over.
Now they got burned by the iron.
Yeah. The praise and worship.
That was the best part of the
praise and worship is too European.
Yeah.
I can't rock with it.
And it was European, you know
I
what I'm
love
saying?
praise and worship. It's my favorite part of the service.
But
really
but
is.
now,
I love it.
Let me turn my face.
That's what gets me to stay.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm with you. I don't listen, man. I'm a preacher's kid.
Yes.
Grandparents on both sides, great grandparents on both sides, long line of preachers.
Yes.
So I get it, and I love the music. It's the music that keeps me popular. I'm like, you can take the sermons because if I can't raise my hand to interrupt the preacher and ask a question, I don't need to be in your church. I'm an inquisitive type of dude.
Yeah.
So if I hear something that don't match with everything else that I've learned, then I need to ask you a question in front of everybody, so everybody can get the truth.
In front of everybody,
So
right?
the only thing I don't question is the music, because the music, listen, man, you give me some good spiritual music.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm in the house for good. I don't care if it was my mama up there, may she rest in peace.
Yes.
I'm still like,
and that's what it
until
takes.
She starts singing.
It takes different things to bring a person in. Some people be the music. Some people be the sermon. You know, some people.
That's what I want to say, Paulson, right? So with the basic worship,
that's what it is. That's what goes on.
I'm really big on participation, cooperation. I'm really big on feeling like I'm part of something.
Yes.
So like when they sing stuff that I know, and I'm just
okay.
I feel it.
You feel it. You feel it in your
heart.
spirit.
I
You
wanna
feel it in your
sing,
soul.
you know what I'm saying? Tell myself, start crying. Yeah, this is my song.
When it was
right.
real simple.
Spirit life.
Right.
But when it was simple and they called it testimony service, I was good. The minute they went to praise and worship and everything got all structured and framed and people
I know what you're saying now. I know what you're saying.
Out the hymn book.
He's saying like we were saying with the movie, it don't seem as natural. I get it.
Give me the old sister in the back and just start humming.
Right.
Song.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
That's what I'm saying.
I definitely agree with it.
Because he's humming, because it's coming from the inside, from the soul.
But
you
there's
know what I'm
something
saying?
about, for me, there's something about routine.
Yeah.
Sometimes I love that. I love the randomness. It's my thing. I love it. It's like my life is random. I love it. But when I know that something is on the way, it just makes me just like, this is what I was waiting. You know,
She was waiting
that's just me.
She was waiting for Sister Odell to get up there.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Right.
Y'all keep Sister Odell. I want Sister Dinette.
That's what she.
That's my auntie name. Shout out Auntie Dinette. I love you.
Sister Dinette, she done had a hard life. One Sunday.
Okay. That's right.
She done had a hard life.
I'm so tired.
I woke up yesterday and my back was hurting.
Out the back of the back of the church. Woke me up this morning. Started me on my way.
Can I get amen?
They be singing it. Oh, then the drummer go crazy. That's what I'm talking about.
We ain't gonna come out.
I feel you, Jay.
Yeah, that's spontaneity, man. That's black church. Spontaneity, man.
I feel you.
I mean, when we start emulating folks that other people do culturally, things that other people do culturally, it just doesn't mesh well. Which is why you have more cats, out there, doing their thing on, outside the church than they do in the church.
Of course.
Because the way the church is structured now, from the churches I visited, it doesn't really leave much room for flexibility.
It's not.
There's not much room for flexibility.
You can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do it this way.
It's crazy. It's kind
Especially
of
because today they're really focused on compressing everything because everybody's mad about the 3 o'clock in the morning church that we're used to.
3 o'clock in the morning.
All right, listen.
We used to go to church. We used to go to church.
We used to go straight to school from
Wake
church.
up and then go to church.
Exactly.
And come back home at night.
You're like, Mom, I'm trying out for the basketball team.
You go to church.
Oh, hold on. When's the practice?
Right. I had to quit a job because it was on Sunday.
5 days. We start practice at 5. We get out about 8. No, you ain't. We got church.
Exactly.
Well, how about can I just go on Monday? No, because that's Bible class. Okay.
Can't go on Wednesday. That's youth
Tuesday
night.
Prayer meeting. Wednesday is Bible class again. Thursday was
prayer
youth night.
meeting.
Friday was everybody's.
Yo.
They called youth ministry was all old people in there.
We had the same
This Saturday.
that was fine.
Well, can I go on Saturday? No, because we going to do lunch.
We gotta go sell candy on Saturday.
No, we didn't do no selling.
We did.
Y'all did. I know y'all did.
We
When
had
I
a
first
walk.
moved here, the tag team.
What tag team you talking about?
When I got there, was you part of the little kids that be out there?
That's only Redeemer.
The liquors in the canteen and stuff.
Don't get me started, okay? They used to
My
always
bad, that's y'all too.
I love them. But they kids used to bully us. They used to come with their little pixie sticks, and we had our little boxes of M&Ms and stuff. We had the real stuff. I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna lie though.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I always stop to buy the pixie sticks.
Yeah.
I buy 5.
Yeah. I bought the
It
licorice.
wasn't for me. We had real candy. Okay? No.
Hold up. This is 90.7 WTCC FM. The time is 10:36 in the great city of Springfield. And you know what? I do have to pay some bills. I'm here in the studio with K-Sam, Sam Bradley, and my sister from another Mr. NBS Malay.
Wow.
You know.
So here it is, y'all. We right back after we pay these bills. And I know y'all don't want us to go.
Hi, I'm Tracy Talbert, President of the African American Female Professors Awards Association. I would like to invite you to our 5th annual celebration. This year we will celebrate in 2 parts. On Thursday, October 28th, we will host a panel discussion with 7 of our local college and university presidents. On Thursday, November 4th, we will honor 5 college professors. Professor Yvette Frisbee of Bay Path University, Dr. Destiny Chambers of American International College, Dr. Lucy Lewis of Bay Path University and Springfield College, Professor Huguette Williams of Springfield Technical Community College. A special legacy award will be presented to Jean Denton Thomas, one of the original Freedom Riders. Our scholarship recipients are Paris Lozana of Springfield College and Jasmine Bogle of UMass Amherst. Our host sponsors are the Springfield Museum, Western New England University. For information,
AAFPAA.org. Iona's Kitchen, open 6 days a week, Tuesday through Sunday. Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, it's breakfast, lunch, and light dinner, 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Wednesday and Sunday is soul food, delight in every bite, featuring the original soul food menu. Smothered pork chops and chicken, fish, fried chicken, cornbread, collards, cabbage, mac and cheese, salads, desserts, and more, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday open 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Iona's Kitchen, located at 439 Main Street, Indian Orchard. Catering for all events is available. 413-285-8093. That's 413-285-8093. Iona's Kitchen. You deserve good food and great vibes. WTCC would like to thank Iona's Kitchen for underwriting with us.
Underwritten by YSET Academy.
Hi, my name is Arnold Moore. I'm the son of Dr. Paula Starnes, founder of YSET Academy.
Youth Social Educational Training.
This season marks the beginning of another gigantic gift giveaway.
On Saturday, December 18th from 1 until 3 p.m.
Toys for Tots and loads of pizza.
For free.
All for free. Sponsored by the Marines, Little Caesars Pizza, and the National Association for Black Veterans. Taking place at YSET Academy, 57 School Street, Springfield. To register, text your name and email address to 413-348-2788.
Gifts, and more gifts.
Receive gifts for you and your loved ones. Everything is free.
WTCC would like to thank YSET Academy for underwriting with us.
All right, y'all, we back. 90.7 WTCC FM. Shout out to all of the advertisers here on 90.7 WTCC. If you have a business, you have something coming up, please make sure you give a call to Andrew Cade at WTCC FM and let them know that you want to advertise. Yeah, you got to advertise, and to advertise, you have to pay for it. Nothing is ever really free, no matter how good the deed. You know, the bills here still have to be paid. With that being said, let's see, we have 2 dates. We have
the twin.
And
the 13.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Sam Bradley, K. Sam. Listen, man, if you're talented, if you think you have some talent and you think you're pretty good at what you do, you might want to give these brothers a call because they give people opportunities. They'll listen to you, give you feedback on your art. If you're good, they'll let you know. If you're not good, they'll let you know.
Yeah.
You know, so give them a call. And if people might want to contact Spirit Life Entertainment, is there a contact number?
Yes, it is. It's area code 413-273. What is that?
Twin.
1721. I'm sorry, 273-1721. 413-273-1721.
There it is, y'all. So we got K-Sam, Sam Bradley, Spirit Life Entertainment. They have 2 events coming up. There's a number of events coming up. So please, they can follow them on Facebook at
413
Spirit Life.
Spirit Life.
Hey, what's good? Facebook. Facebook.
You can follow us on Facebook. Just look up, just
Facebook.
Go to the search bar. Facebook.
You did.
Yo, I can find Spirit Life on Facebook.
Right.
Nah, just go on to Facebook. Type. I wanted to say type in
Spirit Life Entertainment.
Well, type in Spirit Life Entertainment. You can follow them on Instagram. You can follow them on Facebook. just follow them and
Yes.
get involved. See what they're doing. It's really good stuff.
And we also,
or they can take a look at the Metro Record and see an advertisement.
There you
in
go.
there as well.
Yes.
That's right.
You know?
You can check
There
out
you
the
go.
Metro Record.
Plug
there
in
you
the
go.
Metro
Shout out to the
Record.
Metro Record, man.
There it is.
Hey.
Hey.
Narrative is everything, baby. Yeah.
Shout out to the Metro Record,
That's
bro.
what's up.
And if y'all didn't see it, the advertisement for the show for the 13th, it's in the Metro Record, by the way.
So stop somewhere, pick up your Metro record. Now, I was about to say Metro record.
You see,
Man.
Make sure you go on Facebook and look up the Metro Record.
Mama used to say,
young
man.
Oh my God.
DJs like this.
Okay, can you play that song? $2,000 will save my life.
Oh, we still looking for some people to work in the office too, by the way.
Okay. So if you're looking for work in the entertainment industry, Spirit Life Entertainment is also looking for folks to come in and work. And when you talk about the music industry, people automatically assume that they have to be a producer, an artist, or something like that. Yo, man, there's just so many different opportunities. Just so many different, from handling people's publishing and copyright materials.
Basically, any administrative type of work.
Administrative work. There's just so many different types of things that you can do. So,
and it's a lot going on. So we're gonna need a lot of help.
And we've been in business for a long time. So we're not no rookies or new jack to this.
So this isn't like a fly by night. We want to start a label and then it's gone in a year and a half.
No.
Right.
Right.
We're trying to build a career.
This ain't a hobby. This is a legit business.
Right. And that's the type of artist we're looking for too. We're not looking for people who doing it for a hobby. We're looking for serious people.
That feel it in your spirit.
Yeah, okay.
And in your life.
Okay.
And want the entertainment. You see what I did there? Let me make the commercial.
Yeah.
D's ridiculous, yo. You saw his face when he
And don't
played
forget, now in about 10 minutes, we're about to get down to the conversation of the night for those who have been waiting, listening patiently in your cars. It's about relationships, folks.
Oh.
What's more important in a relationship? Is it the love or is it the loyalty? What keeps your relationship spicy? What keeps you home? What keeps you coming back every night? Is it the loyalty? Because sometimes your significant other will get underneath your skin and just start cutting up nerves and muscle and just slicing you from the inside.
That's what it
Do you
is.
stick around because you really, really, really love them? Or is it because they're really, really, really loyal? So we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Right now, we got to play this song for MBS Malay. It's called IRS, Angie Fisher. It's never grows old. Listen. What?
$2,000 would save my life.
Okay.
$200 would ease the pain. The IRS is on my case, but I refuse to let them make me go insane. $2,000 would pay the rent. $200.14. Right about now would be an awesome compliment, so that I don't have to sell my instruments. I'm aware
hell you doing out here? There ain't no way to board a train, you damn stupid.
You might could have said nincompoop.
We ain't no nincompoop.
90.7 WTCC FM. You just heard Angie Fisher with IRS. Then you heard the track off the soundtrack for The Hotter They Fall. We Ain't No Nincompoop. Yo, you know about that movie?
I love that movie.
Nobody was allowed to say the N-word. Nope. And every time they got close to saying the N-word, they just caught a bullet. Poof! You need.
And at one point in the movie, they said, "Oh, you got close enough to it or something." They shot him before he even said it.
They said it before he.
What part was that?
That was that train
part right there.
Okay.
That's what we just played. He said, yeah.
I'm so sorry. That was close enough.
What was that?
The one I was
Anything with an N, he said. Anything with an N.
Okay. I ain't gonna watch that.
I'm gonna watch it again.
I really do like that movie.
I don't know.
Which one?
And he said, "Is the devil?" When she asked him, "Is the devil dead?" He said, "I don't know."
That's one where it's gonna be a part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it's gonna be a part 2 because when Regina King was at the end, right? Like I was like, yes. I knew she didn't kill her. Like I was like, you should have shot her.
Yeah.
After she ended up fighting her.
She wasn't a murderer. Well, yeah, she did kill a couple of guys, didn't she? Yo, that movie, did you watch it yet?
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, sorry.
No. Go ahead. You know.
It's really good. All right, we can change the subject.
I'm a movie buff.
Let's talk about this thing. Can I answer first just so you guys can't corrupt me and stuff? Like, you gotta tell me after so I can learn.
Take it from the beginning. Talk about what thing.
Okay, all right. The relationship, loyalty, love thing. You want me to say the whole question?
Go ahead, man. No, I'm just.
All right. So the question was again, can you say it again?
What keeps you in a relationship? Is it love or is it loyalty? Or is it codependency?
I was about to say COVID. I was about to say COVID. Wait, was that last part just supposed to be like a joke?
No, I just threw it in.
I think that is for a lot of people.
Some people stay together because they're codependent.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be there, but
they ain't going
nowhere. She's my safety net and I'm hers, so we together. Then they say that's for the kids. They ain't for no kids.
There's no good one.
You know?
Cheaper to keep up.
And I guess that falls on the lines of loyalty.
Yep.
But go ahead. Let me hear what you got to say about that.
My initial response to this for now, because like when you say it back to me out loud like that, it's like, dang, it's like any answer could be like so wrong. But like, I'm just gonna say what I think. Okay. I feel like a lot of people could love you, but everybody will not be loyal to you. So I honestly, I don't know how to answer the question, but I feel like I would stay with a person that has loyalty for me. I would rather them be loyal to me than be in love with me. I don't know why. I don't know. I just can't take betrayal. I don't like it. I don't like the feeling of it. I don't know.
So if a person, let's just say, who's been loyal to you and everything, but you're, let's say you're unhappy. A certain part of your life's unhappy, and so, but that person is loyal to you. So you're just living like brother and sister, or this and that. But instead of that love, you wouldn't want nobody to love you, to hold you, to make you feel loved, to make you feel that way.
That's why I said this question is difficult. Because for one, that is one of the reasons why I'm single now, is because I don't trust people, and because they don't got loyalty or love today. Like, you know, their love is fake and their loyalty is random. They pick and choose. So
why would you? I guess I don't understand why someone wouldn't be in a relationship with someone who doesn't love them. And to Sam's point, I don't want a roommate.
That's real tough.
You know, I don't want a roommate. And if we're friends, then let's keep it like that. Let's just be friends. But when it comes down to relationships are so multidimensional.
Yes.
And there's so many aspects to a relationship. I don't want you to be there. I mean,
Yeah.
if I want loyalty, I'll get a dog.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got friends who are mad loyal. I want my significant other to be loyal, just like I would be to her. But I also want them to love me. I want someone who's gonna.
I would want both too.
Right.
But if we're answering the question, loyalty or love,
I'm going with
I
love.
just feel like I can't be with somebody that I can't trust. But I also can't be with somebody I don't love either. But like, you know, I don't know. That's why I say it's just like back and forth with that.
I think trust comes with time. No one's gonna trust you from day one. For black men, we have it particularly hard because legend has it that we've just never been faithful.
Right.
So we go through relationships and we're constantly walking on eggshells until we get them to the point where they're like, okay, I really trust thee. I really, you know, it's like we're working day and night. So it's kind of like trust, black men in relationships. I mean, it's just almost synonymous. So we gotta bust our butts to prove that we can be trusted.
Well, I'm talking about past the first day now. I'm talking about past that because you know love doesn't come on the first day or loyalty.
I'm not even talking about the first day. I mean, with most black men, and I'm sorry for all my white Asian brothers and everything. My experiences come as a black man, so I gotta throw it out there like that. But I don't know. I want someone who's gonna love me. And it gets down to that. What's that song by K-Sam? Unconditional.
That's my song.
I want that unconditional love, where it's kind of like I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna mess up. I'm gonna piss you off.
Yep.
I piss off my own mama, so don't think I'm not gonna piss you
got
off.
that right. I'm trying to tell you.
You know, so it's kind of like sometimes people look for these fantasy relationships, and I'm like, this ain't, you know, life isn't a TV show. So loyalty comes in a number of areas. If you know that, you know, first of all, if you meet somebody and she just out there living her life, and you notice when you fart, it's like somebody who dated a stripper. And then, you know, 6 months into the relationship, I want you to stop dancing because I don't want anybody to see you. Well, I'm sorry, bro. Well, that's
you met me.
yeah. You know, some women, they meet these dudes who are still on the block and they still living that life. And then they get mad. I just want him to do better.
People always think you're gonna change for them.
But you was happy driving in his car, knowing that all that money is blood money. You was happy living that life, it was blood money. But now you tired of it. You know, you wanna live your life without the mask. You done took off your mask, and only to find that he's never worn one,
right?
Or she has never worn one. So it's kind of like somebody who could love you for who you are at the moment and continue to love you as time progresses. You know, I don't want loyal. I don't want to be anybody's safety net. I don't want to be your resource. You know, and I can be honest enough to say that in my life, I've dated people who, you know, I was a resource. You want a better job? Yeah, I know I can make some phone calls for you. You need to you need to learn how to navigate certain types of processes. I can help you do that. I don't want to be your resource. So I don't want to be loyal because, well, you know, I won't get the, you know, the benefits of being with this dude because he offers A, B, C, D, E, and whatever. So I don't want loyal. I want someone who, when I'm having my day is just hell-bent, and I come home, I want someone who's gonna be there, you know, ready to give me a hug and love me. You know, no one will ever love you like your mama, but I want something damn close to it.
But how you know they're gonna be there? Because they could be
don't.
somewhere else.
Someone
that's what I'm saying. That's where the loyalty part comes. You gonna be there for me when I need you?
Because when somebody loves you, and it's, you know, they get to the point where they just love you, everything about you, they're just like, wow. You know, I want that. You know, that look you get from people when you first start dating them? I want them to give me that look 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years in. I want to be, what are you looking at? No, not just...
No.
Just looking at,
You know, and they're constantly reminiscing over that first kiss or that first time we hugged. That's that love I'm looking for. I mean, loyalty. I mean, I got friends who can be loyal.
Today, people don't appreciate that type of stuff, though.
Yeah,
like, they so quick to,
you know,
to move on to the next person.
But I'm saying, though, I mean, how do you know that person was going to be like that?
Well, don't just look at me, but look at everybody else.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
It takes time.
It takes time. Yeah. But
go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I would prefer to love too, because I mean, once again, I would want that exotic love, that erotic love, that agape love. You know, that person has to love me.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said. I mean, loyalty. Loyalty is there. I feel as though with all that love will come that loyalty, will follow that. But you have to love somebody first. Then you can learn to, in a sense, develop that loyalty.
I don't want to be someone's convenience. That's loyalty. So I want someone to love me with all my flaws, because Lord knows, my brother got flaws. So it's kind of like love me in all my love me in my imperfections. The same way, as she starts to gain weight or go through mood swings or excuse my language, FCC, that time of the month, I'm gonna be putting up with some stuff. And women can get tricky when they laughing on the phone with their girls and they get off the phone and they with you like
man.
Oh, you gonna be laughing on the phone with you when they get off. You wanna be
I'm sorry, you
Y'all be doing that same thing too.
you?
It's not even just
might.
women.
Yeah.
We might.
Yeah,
But
everybody be having those same mood
But
swings.
when you love me, you know that there he go again. He'll be all right. Give him 10 minutes. He'll be all right. It's just because she loves me enough to the point where she really got to know me.
Yeah.
And she's there. She's not out the door. Loyalty, listen, man, loyalty goes out to the highest bidder. People are loyal for resources. They're loyal for access. They're loyal for opportunity. So if some other dude come along who can offer her the loyalty and the love, oh man, I'm out. I'm on my own. Loyalty means no commitment. It's like they're there. I'm loyal to you right now. I haven't seen. I've been around for a long time. I done dated all types of women. I'm telling you right now. And it's crazy because talking to friends I have in the LGBTQ plus community, they deal with the same stuff. So it doesn't matter. Loyalty, love. People are constantly looking for relationships. First thing I just want someone who understands what their expectations are of me in that relationship.
Right.
What role you want me to play in your life? You just want me to come and, be your plumber? Let me know. You want me be the person you come to every time you want to cry? Let me know. But I think same conversation we had last week, why do people cheat? It's really about communications. I want loyalty, but I want loyalty in the form of love. I want them to love me. The way that brother sing about in that song, Unconditional, or Mac Wade when he talks about safe.
Oh, we're going to have to play that song for the end of the night, too.
But it's kind of like, that's why we listen to music. That's why we listen to music, because the music gives us hope. It's kind of like no matter how bad your last relationship was, I still want to turn on some old Marvin Gaye, Donny Hathaway, CeeLo Green and feel like,
I'm good.
I can
be
good.
Yeah.
I'm a little down a little bit. My boy's going to hold me up. I still can't cry and cut in front of the fellas, but on the inside I'm broken, but I'm listening to my music and I'm gaining strength from it. So is it love or is it loyalty?
But do people know love, though?
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. Today is different. It's not like how we're speaking about it.
When I was your age, you know what they said? It was different. When my father was young, you know what they probably said? It was different. Times change. I think it really depends on the circle of people you surround yourself with and where you find your significant other. If you hanging out with cats who wildin', then, well, you're going to get what you get.
I don't believe birds of a feather all the time, because I don't believe that, like I said before, you should give access to everybody that's interested in you. So even if you are hanging around those type of people, I don't believe those is the energies you're going to attract if you don't allow it.
I'm not even talking birds of a feather.
I know what you're talking about.
Where you find your significant other. If I find them in the club, expect them to be in the club. If I find them in the church, well, listen, some people go to church so much they lose all their relationships too. They say, well, don't find them in the club, go find one in the church. I don't want somebody who's married to their pastor or married to Jesus. I want someone to be married to me.
That's what I'm saying. So you don't have to allow
some folks may disagree. It is what it is.
You don't have to allow people that you're around access to you. Allow whoever you want access
I'm not
to.
around. It's not about allowing people. I mean, there's people who are around me now who don't have access to my personal life.
Right.
But where I go
pick and choose.
But where I go to find a significant others.
You shouldn't be trying to find them. They should be coming to you.
You can't tell me what I should or shouldn't do.
I'm just speaking in general. I'm not talking about
What
you.
I'm saying is,
just like y'all keep looking at me like this about me. I'm just talking.
I'm just engaging you. I'm not. I keep talking to them. I'm looking at them too. I'm simply saying, if I'm only going to strip clubs and I date a stripper, then Daryl, you need to understand that you're dating a stripper. And we need to have that conversation. Okay, well, she goes, well, I'm a stripper. I'm okay with that. I can live with that. I got to be willing to live with that from Jump Street because people don't really change all that much. They alter their lives a little bit. But I don't want to meet somebody, fall in love with everything about them only to find out that they're wearing a mask. And then I find out, 5 years down the road, they don't like poetry, they don't like jazz, they hate the fact that I'm on the radio, they hate the fact that the majority of my friends are female, they hate all this stuff. I'm looking to fall in love with someone who's going to love me without my mask. That's right. Yeah. That's the difference. What is love? I don't know. Love is an ever-evolving thing. It's different for everybody. There is no definitive response to what is love.
No, it's not.
We got 4 people in the room. We can all describe love completely different.
I explained how I met my wife in unconditional.
Yeah, she almost ran you over with a truck. And you were like, marry me.
Right.
You like that toxicity. He's like, yes, bring it.
Yeah. But the thing about it is, when we talked that whole night, though,
the
following day, I couldn't wait to talk to her again. And here's the thing, to me, when I get any type of news, whether it's bad or good, especially good, I can't wait to call my wife and tell her. But it's been like that even before I met her. That's love to me, I guess.
Yeah,
that's love to me.
She's like your best friend.
Yeah, she is.
Crazy
She is my best friend.
I gotta call her.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, I gotta call her.
I remember one time I was in Tampa and she was in Springfield. Some good news happened. I couldn't get in contact with her, but I got upset. I literally got upset. So when I talked to her a whole day later,
you had attitude.
I was pissed. Excuse my language, but I was hot. She was like, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "I have some good news to tell you, but I don't want to tell you now." Calm down for a minute. I told her anyway.
But you told her anyway.
I told her anyway, and I wasn't angry no more. But if you can, that's what love is. If you can't, live without that person or talking to that person, you got good news or bad news, and that's what you're looking to talk to or to share it with any and everything. Me and my wife done been homeless before, seriously. And came up out of that. That's unconditional. That's love. That's loyalty.
Yeah.
All around the board.
Yeah.
So I used to know people and stuff like that. People that get married, and a year or two now, the man wants the girl or the wife. He finds out things about her, or he doesn't love her no more, but he wants her to change. Now, or she wants him to change. Now, that love that they had before is dwindling down because he's not, like that no more. Or he doesn't like the way she does that.
They don't like
Yeah,
And life grew in different directions.
But the girl.
Did it grow in different directions?
Right. It could have been that way.
He's finally discovering who she is.
The mask.
And because he never paid attention. And now he's like, yeah, but I hate when you get with. I hate when you why you hang around Sam and King Sam all the time. What? I ain't good enough. But I was hanging around them before I met you. I introduced you to them. So now all of a sudden it's a problem. The bottom line is we have these preconceived notions of who we want people to be. And we think that men, women, we all do it. We think we can take people and mold them into what we want. It's like, yo, bruh, sis, if you got a guy like Complex, you ain't never gonna learn how to love anybody. You love people that you have to constantly remind yourself of why you fell in love with them in the first place.
That's right.
Right.
Oh man, the way she used to dance at the club, now you don't want her going to the club. Why? The way she used to dance at the club.
Some people don't even know why they fell for somebody. They just
they
take
really
it
don't.
and just keep running with it, whatever.
They really don't.
But that's why it's critical for people to have conversations. I ain't got no problem. Why you fall in love with me to begin with?
Right, for real, right?
I'm the idiot who asked that question.
All the time.
Do you still love that about me?
I like that answer though.
I like that.
Communication.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Let me rehash that a moment.
Yeah.
I might have to did
that
it
made
in
me
a
feel
minute,
good.
you know.
And then it's like,
Oh,
you
heck
know,
yeah. My bad.
people do grow in different directions. So if she gets to the
Right.
point where she's like, I don't like that anymore, and it drives me crazy. And I used to enjoy it, but I don't anymore. Well, we need to know that. I'm not gonna be like, well, you need to think about it. No. Do you need some space? Because if you really love someone, they say if you love someone, let them go.
Let them go. Yeah.
And if they come back, and then you know.
Yeah.
Most people are like, I'll kill you before you leave.
Yeah.
No, I'm
sorry, man.
I love you to the point. I mean, I've dated people in the past who I thought I was like in love with. And it was like, if you got to go, then I get it. We'll still be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody I've ever dated, I'm still cool with.
Yeah.
I don't burn bridges. It's kind of like I can't force you to love me. And I don't want you to be with me if you ain't in love with me.
That song popped up in my head. I can't make you love me.
And then there's that song, sometimes I love her, sometimes I love her now. I ain't letting her go. She's all I got. What's my man? Y'all know the song, right? Sometimes I love her. Sometimes I love her
That's
now. I ain't letting her go.
Oh man.
Because she's all I got. That's loyal.
Yeah.
And that's not even, that's codependency.
That's codependency.
Sometimes I love her, sometimes I love her not, but I ain't letting her go.
Yeah.
Why not, bro? You just said you don't love her sometimes.
What is this? Like,
if you want to be bipolar, then go out and say, baby, I'm bipolar. Sometimes I'm going to love you. Sometimes I'm not going to. But it's kind of like, those are the conversations. I mean, a song can tell you a whole lot about people. You know, and that, my whole life, that was me. Sometimes I love them. Sometimes I love them not.
Yeah.
And I'm a hopeless romantic, so what my problem used to be, I was romantically in love with everybody. Damn, she's beautiful.
Oh
no! But look at her! Oh my God! Look at her!
Yo, you sound like me to my friend this morning. That was me earlier.
But can you love more than one person?
Yo, D, I was like, last year, I was like so, yes, you can.
Yeah.
Last year, I was
She said yes, you can.
so unattracted to guys, you know that. And this morning, I was telling her, I just want all of them now. We're just kidding all the time.
And
that is so funny.
And it's so crazy because you might meet one person who just have that smile that just pulls you out.
Right.
Yeah, you have the other one who's just super nurturing, one who just makes you laugh. And you, why? You ain't no man. You can't just find one person.
You're right.
Well, if I can get all five of them rolled up into one person, you know, and at the same time, you know, one of them may be looking at me like, yo, I like him because, you know, he spit that poetry. It's just so dope. But yeah, he's short. Yeah, I don't like short guys. Okay. Well, I'm part of the roll up too.
My friends better be watching this crap.
Yo, listen, man.
Boy, that sound like
I'm part of the roll up.
That sound like her.
This is our problem.
She said that sound like.
This is our problem.
You don't like short guys?
My son's father is short. Like, I've got rid of that 10 years ago, but like, my thing is, that's our problem, okay?
What's your problem?
Our problem is I don't want to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to keep it to myself. Maybe next show I'll say it.
But you know what? You're under 30, which means you have a right to feel that way.
Not that much under 30.
Whether you are or not. Here's my point.
She said not that much up under 30, but you under 30 though.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. 2 days.
We give people this box. You know, like by the time you reach this age, you should be married.
Right.
You should have kids by this age. You should have this by that. And it's kind of like, no. The hell, why you gonna buy the first hoopty you can find when there's a million cars
Ain't
out
no
there
way,
that
right?
you enjoy?
Yeah.
That was my problem.
Test drive. I tell my kids all the time. You ain't gotta fall in love with no one.
Right.
You know, they need to find a husband.
I'm
They just
screen
graduated
recording
from
it.
high school.
Right.
I'll screen record it.
Find a husband for what?
This is it. This is why we're single, friends. This is why we're single. You see?
Yo,
This is our problem.
crazy. Yo,
I
but
gotta
it's kind
screen
of
record
like,
it.
I don't know. It's love and relationships. It's like you really have to grow and mature into them.
Yeah.
You do.
You really do. And anybody, I mean, when I was 18, 19, I thought I was grown.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything.
I thought I was going at 12.
12.
Walk around, had a kid. I'm raising
Right? You see
my
what I'm
dumb
saying?
self. No damn well I didn't need no kids.
Same.
Yeah.
Unstable.
Same. Had to be 30 at 16. You know, I know what you're talking about.
I was still that immature dude looking in the mirror like I had hair then.
Okay.
You had hair?
Yeah.
Let me see a picture.
Go through my pictures on Facebook. Then everybody,
I know.
Then about 60 comments. Oh, you like he was an R&B star.
Okay. Oh, yeah, come on.
Yo, he started from over here.
I had hair here. Listen, I mean, that's another thing. In fact, when I lost my hair, I was dating somebody then, and she stuck with me the whole time.
Yeah.
Because I was in a play. I was a sophomore in college. My boy, Roberto Katuma, that's going to say his whole government, he was going to audition for a play. Took me with him. I'm like, cool. Get there, Crystal Emery, the director, says, yo, do you want to read? Just read with them anyways. Yeah. So I'm reading it. I got the lead role. And it was a jazz drummer. He had, back in the 1920s, they had the conchs in the hair and everything. So I tell my sister, I want to, I'm like, I want my hair done. She's like, but you can wave it up anyways. I want it to be real curly and wavy for the play. Well, my hair was thick. Like,
let me go look at this picture.
Like thick, you can't get your hands.
You said it's on Facebook.
So she kept that perm in there for
too long time.
She said, let me know when it starts burning.
Did it start burning? Yeah.
Let me know when it
starts. I'm like, yo, it's really burning. It's supposed to burn. Yeah. No, it's burning. So she kept doing it longer. Yeah. So I'm like, please take it out. Please take it out. She took it out. My hair was red. That's how you know it's gone. She washed my hair. She's rinsing it out. And as she does it, all my hair was. I'm watching my hair drop.
Oh my God.
So
how old were you?
I was in college. I was in Southern Connecticut. So I went to school the next day. My hair was bald. I was bald as yours is right now. I can't say I'd be up. I walked to school. Everybody was like, first of all, I was only about, I swear to God, I didn't grow up till after college. I was only about 5'4". I walked with my, I walked my head to the side.
You was bald and short?
And I had it bald. But luckily I had a goatee, so it was cool.
Okay. The goatee.
You made up for it.
It was before Michael Jordan made bald head popular.
Right.
So I've been rocking my head bald ever since. So it's kind of like, but the sister I was talking to, she was fly. She was from Waterbury. Yo, she was cool with it. She was like, oh my God, look at your head. Maybe it'll grow back. But she kept telling me I had a nice head. Maybe get an earring and everything.
Okay, all right.
So, I mean, it was cool. So the thing is, somebody who's going to be there unconditionally is what you want, even if it's only for a season. And that's what people don't understand. Seasons are significant. Some people ain't built to be with you for a lifetime. You have to enjoy the moments that you're in, because every person you meet, every person you interact with, engage with, comes along for a reason. Nothing is by chance. With someone, you learn. You learn from it.
That's right.
So that hopefully, by the time you meet the person that's meant for you, you'll be a better person.
And that's what I tell my daughters.
That was a good.
You know what I'm saying?
Lauryn Hill.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Is that the new verse?
Love.
Is that the new verse?
Love.
But I tell my daughters the same thing, and and I ain't gonna, spoiler or whatever, but I tell her, just go out there and date, and date.
It's so
right
scary.
Now, I know it's scary, but you don't have to fall in love with the first person you meet.
That's exactly what I said to my son. No, not that here, right here.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
With the first person you meet, because once again, she'll probably won't listen to me, and she'll fall in love with the first person she meet, and all of a sudden they break up, and then
it's all messy. Yeah, that.
But then again, she finds a rebound person, then she, So I just said, just listen, just date people.
Until you sound like Dion Cole.
I started teaching my son that, and my son, oh my God, he for the first time asked.
He dating already?
He's 11, right?
Oh,
he asked me for permission the other day if he can give some girl one of our numbers.
Okay.
Because I took his cell phone back in August because he's ridiculous. He's not allowed to have the internet. Anyways, so
Oh, he on the internet.
So he asked me the other day. He said, he's been telling me about this 8th grader for a while. My son was 6th grade, and he keeps telling me about this little fast little 8th grader. I want to punch in the face so bad. Yeah, she is.
She's somebody's daughter.
Okay, she's somebody's daughter, but they need to tell her leave my 6th grader alone.
Yeah, he get that swag, must be.
Yes, exactly.
Hey,
No. But today,
if it wasn't for the little fast girls, I wouldn't know nothing about relationships.
But let me say something real quick. All right, I don't want to be a grandmother at 30. Okay? Yeah. So let me just say something. Woo. He keeps telling me about this little girl throwing herself at him and saying all types of wild stuff. I don't want to tell him he can't talk to people, but I don't want you talking to her. She's seasoned. I don't know what's going on with her.
She's only 13.
I don't care. She says some wild stuff to my child, and I don't like it. I'm ready
Did you talk to her?
I can't. They won't let us.
What you need to do is just say, listen, invite her over. Me, I get on the phone. Who you talking to?
I told him he could get her.
So what's your name,
I told him he could get her number.
Really?
I was so nervous about that. I was trying so hard not to show my true emotions about it, but my true emotions was no. I want to punch her. Becky, no. But I told him I was like, ask her for her number. If she doesn't give it to you, don't be upset. Like, just ask her.
11 years old.
I'm so scared. I don't want to do it. I was like, tell her you'll text her so I could monitor the conversation.
Yeah. So this is a recent conversation.
Yes, this happened over the weekend. I was so nervous.
This weekend? It's
recent.
So what role does a parent play in a relationship? I mean, we talk about relationships, love, and loyalty. A lot of that stuff they learn from their family.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say that.
Go for it.
I was going to say that it deals with your upbringing, really.
He did say that. You said
it's
that earlier.
really upbringing. I was raised by my mom. I mean, my dad was around, but I got my morals and everything from my mom. And when you get it from your mama, you learn how to respect a woman in all forms, in every aspect there is.
So how come so many brothers who grew up in single family households are still, they still run around creating single family households?
It's up with the upbringing again, because you could be a single. My mama was a single parent.
And I'm not no judgment. I'm just asking a question.
No, but seriously, my mama told me to respect women. When I didn't, she felt that I was okay. You talking to too many women, boy. My phone ringing too much. Pick one, and then go from there.
Did your mama ever get on the phone?
Oh yeah.
I mean, my mom and dad were both in the house, and my pops was on. He was one of those. He got on the phone. This boy got 3 girlfriends.
No, mama didn't do that. Mama didn't do that.
No, I didn't say mama.
Daddy didn't do that. Daddy didn't do that.
No, he did that. Oh, yeah, he did that.
You see, but the way the kids work today.
He did that. Oh, he did it. He was like, you need to find one, pick one, and that's it. That's somebody's daughter. He's always said that's somebody's daughter. He told me and my brothers. I mean, we thought we were pretty, too. Okay, it couldn't be like that's somebody's daughter. And it never dawned on me until I had daughters.
Until you had your daughter.
Listen,
my mom always told me, you treat a man, you treat a woman like you want somebody to treat me.
Yeah, but listen, the way I'm tired of saying this, but the way things are today, right? My son came home one day to me and told me some little girl named Nevaeh that he was talking to in school. He stopped talking I don't know why he was talking to her, but it was weird. He's like, I don't like her no more because she told me to talk to her friend Holly because she likes my friend. This is what it's like today. You know what I'm saying? They're passing each other for friends.
We did that in my day.
And he said, and I wrote her a note.
This brand new. I'm like, y'all didn't. We did it.
But I didn't do that back in my day.
I go to talk to, and I'm like, and it's like.
But it's the friends passing them off to each other's friends.
But I really like your brother. My girl really likes you.
They did that back in your day? Really?
You probably just
I felt so sad for my son. No, I didn't. I was secluded. I was I was actually a real church girl, unlike you church guys. I was a real one. I was looking for one person, one and one only.
Pentecostal playboys. Let me tell you something. Girls in the church did it too.
Listen, I've told you this last time. It took till I was 18. It took till I was 18 to realize that people had sex with more than one person. I told you this last time.
What happened?
Remember I was telling you it took me till I was 18, until I was away from my family and everybody to see what people actually do in the world. They have sex with more than one person. I didn't know that.
At the same time?
more than one person. Like yeah, at the same time, but that's not what I'm talking about. Like, you know, I had to learn that on my own. But I'm talking about.
They'll do some deep stuff.
I did not know that. Like, I thought my morals were: you meet one person, this is the one person you're gonna have sex with the rest of your life. That's it. But when I got out and I started like seeing everything for what it was.
I missed that lesson.
Yeah, I don't know what it was with you.
I watched all them old deacons and all they women walk by.
I never saw any of that stuff. All of that stuff was blocked off from me or something because I never saw any of the corrupt stuff until I got out. And then I was like, why would you have sex with him when you're having sex with him right now? Like. I started meeting other friends, like, y'all doing this for real? Like, don't do that. God. You can't do that. You got to think about yourself. Now I'm like.
How much do you learn about relationships from your friends?
A lot.
You
like,
learn a lot. Bad and good. Bad and good.
I probably say 90%.
A whole lot. You know what to do with your relationships now.
Bad and good.
Yeah, bad and good. I agree.
And you know what? People say that, you know, young people. Nah, I'm in my 50s and I'm still getting bad advice from my friends.
Honestly, I got to a point where I stopped asking my friends for advice because, like, I can't tell them everything that's going on in my life because I feel like they could relate to a lot of this stuff, but they don't have the best advice for you. So, like, you know. I got myself a therapist, and I bother her when I feel like it, but like I don't like her either. So I just don't tell anybody my business. You see, right? Just like
you just told everybody.
You got a therapist.
Everybody needs a therapist. So like everybody needs a therapist.
Well, the key is when it comes to relationships, sometimes it's best not to. I mean, if you have a sibling or somebody you really trust, that's where loyalty comes in.
I think you was right the first time.
Somebody you really trust. Yeah. That's the only person you go to for a relationship. I learned at a young age, you don't go tell your boys.
No.
It's about your relationships. Yo, what's up with you, ogre? I'll be good. Yeah. First of all, you don't kiss and tell. You learn that at a very age. You don't kiss and tell. You don't do that. Just keep your business to yourself. Because you don't know who hating on you.
Yeah, this is it.
So you keep your business to yourself. But it's kind of like friends who really care about you will never steer you wrong. They'll give you their opinion.
That's right. And
9 times out of 10, it's equivalent to what it's similar to what your mama would tell you, or your sister if you have one, and you go back like, yeah, bro, you was right. You know, some people stay. Other cats tell you, man, that machismo mess. It's cool in the barbershop. When you sitting in the chair, it's dope. I need my boy who come along and be like, you wrong. Yep. Now I can see why she mad. You wrong. Right. Yeah, but nah, man, come on, man. Dude, say what you want. You wrong. It's like the dude who stand by while his boy smacks up his girl. It's kind of like, yo, man, you got her. Nah, man. That's disgusting. That's some. I mean, but then you got girls who sit around while their girl destroys some dude's car. You know, so abuse is abuse. Toxic relationship is toxic, whether it's the male or the female. But it's like your friends who really care about you will not steer you wrong. They'll tell you when you're wrong.
And that's why I tell a lot of people, just keep your circle tight. Have that one or two people who you go and talk about problems. People
talk people that you cool with. Yeah, but maybe 2 of them that you
could tell
your friends with.
Right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Brings us to this question.
Yep.
Should a married person be hanging out with single people?
Why not? Y'all should have self-control, know how to handle it.
Well, then it's like this. I get married, you my boy, and you ain't married, doesn't mean I stop hanging out with you. Right. We've been hanging out since the 3rd grade. Now all of a sudden I'm married, and he's the one who got me focused to the point where, all right, I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna do right by her.
Exactly.
But now we married, and it's kind of like, I can't hang out with you, bro, because you ain't married.
That doesn't make sense.
Don't make sense.
It's like the status of your life shouldn't change the relationship of your friendships. Like that's what we was talking about earlier. Just because.
Yeah, if you got that
people
true
around you that's not like you.
If you have friends who care about you, and they gonna keep it 100 with you, at all times. Yo, man, come on, bro. Your wife is mad because look what you did, dude. You can't hang out with me. You can't come to the club with me.
That's a true friend.
I remember when I was in
you can't come to the club with me.
I remember when I was in high school. Yeah, you can't. But it's kind of like
that's real.
That's a true friend right there.
That is a true
struggle,
friend.
bonds, or breaks.
Damn, I love all my friends.
When I was in high school, I had a
crazy
friend.
people.
My boy Curtis Harkless. He was cool. I remember I was in this dude's class, Mr. Perkins. I'll never forget. I'm acting a fool.
Why does that name sound familiar?
I don't know.
Mr. Perkins?
Yeah, he was an old white dude.
Okay.
But I'm acting a
I
fool in
ain't
the
have
class.
one.
And afterwards, I'm like cutting up. I get out and yo, my man straight soul checked me. And he was like, yo, you out here acting stupid. He said, bro, you one of the smartest people in the class. You get it. Other people are trying to learn it. This is my boy. And he's like, yo, man, why do you act like you can't do the work when everybody knows you can?
Right.
Who you from? And he didn't say front. I forgot what the word was back then. But he was like, what are you from for, basically? And he was just being 100% honest because he cared. That's my
That's
dude
what
to
you
this
need.
day.
Those are the type
So
of
it's
people.
kind of like in relationships, you have dudes who pull you to the side. I mean, talking to the fellas, of course,
Right.
and who will soul check you, and you be like, yeah, you're right. But you know, if I'm married, like I'm not married now. I live with my significant other. We have kids. There are people who say that's wrong, but it works for my babies.
Right.
So it's kind of like, would that mean if you're married, you can't hang out with me because I'm not married? Although we've been living together for years, raising kids with families, bottom line.
Common law.
So
right.
the whole institutional thing, you know, I guess for me personally, it's just a personal thing. It's not something I've never really gotten into. So it's really about, if I know you married, you in love with your wife in love with you, and I see you, you know, we about to go into Mardi Gras, and you come to say, bro, you need to go home.
That's right.
And you should be saying, yeah, you need to go home too.
Right.
You know, but we both in there together looking at boobs and butts. We both got issues.
Right.
That's not.
You dig what I'm saying?
That's not the friend.
Right.
I beg to differ. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you can.
I'm with it.
You know, you can differ.
I'm just kidding. I'm with
See,
you.
that's what I was saying.
I
Should
agree.
a married
I'm
person
just
be
being
with
stupid.
a married person hanging around with a single person, because that's what kind of sense was loyalty comes when you learn that in a relationship with your significant other and your friend.
Yeah. Relationships, regardless. The relationships. So it's kind of like you really want to, you know, surround yourself with people who are going to support you in your marriage or you in your relationship. Right?
But that married person should know how far to take it, how far to go.
That's right.
You know.
You should.
Really?
Yeah, I think
just because someone says I do, don't mean that it doesn't mean they're wise. It doesn't mean they're smart enough to know where the boundaries are.
Well, you know, I mean, if I'm with a person or whatever, and let's just say they're going into the strip joint. So, yeah, you go to the strip joint, but, you know, I don't know. I feel as though that as long as you ain't doing nothing, I mean, I'm not cheating because I'm looking, I guess. But as long as I'm not doing nothing and go home,
I agree.
And then I can do something. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm sad.
Is that the gateway though?
Yeah.
That's the gateway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I ain't gonna stay there though. I mean, I ain't going there every day.
I know where people would
I'm saying I ain't going there every day.
They would say the temptation.
I'm just saying though. Ain't that the gateway?
What are you gonna do?
You know,
when it comes to
I guess if you my age, you know, I'm not tempted like that no more.
I think I'm older than you. So I'm not. He put the age.
Hey, I pulled up. Wow. All right. There it is right there.
I'm more than 60.
That's an age. You got me. That's 66.
Right? Yeah. I'm old. I'm a baby boom. I'm one of the last. But I look at it like this. If you go through one of them periods where sometimes your significant other doesn't want to engage in certain types of intimate relations.
Right, okay.
Strip club is the safest place for a married or committed brother. Because you can't touch.
Right.
You can't take home.
Certain places.
Right, thank you. I was just about to, you saw me raising my hand, right?
I'm in
certain places you
can
touch.
If you talk Atlanta, Florida, South Carolina.
We're in New England. We ain't in the
Wait,
South.
let me say something. There's some spots out here. I'm walking up in that joint if I can
We'll
touch.
talk after the show.
I'll let you know.
We'll talk after the show.
For real.
Lord, I keep that on the down.
But I hear you, and it's like I don't think
Casey will know too.
as long as you know your perimeters.
If you know your perimeters,
I just don't think. I don't know. I just feel like if someone's married, it doesn't mean that they know their perimeters. There are people who get married for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, of course.
And then there are people
That's
who get
true.
married because they think it's just the right thing to do, again, for all the wrong reasons. So they're married, and people just assume that they know what they should and should not do. And it's like, nah, it's like, okay, we married, I said I do, but I'm still, I'm still the same person I was last week.
Right.
So there are people who get married because they know I'm done. I don't want anybody else except for the person that's in front of me when I say I do.
Right.
And then there are those who just, I'm married, but I can't let my side piece go.
No, for real. The side piece be lit.
My main chick.
Right.
I go to her to complain about my main chick. I get rid of her.
For real, right?
Right.
So it's kind of
People be really breaking.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
So
it's
like,
real life.
Relationships
The
are
side
really,
piece is the glue. Why y'all gotta make them upset? Like, no, I'm just kidding, guys.
unless of course you the side
No,
piece
no, no,
and
no,
you're
no.
like, I don't want to be nobody's glue.
No, for real, right?
I've always had my
For
rule. Never mess with a married woman. And like, you get divorced, call me 5 years later. But there are rules to this.
Or get
game.
a therapist, one of the two, I'm with it, D. Go ahead.
There are rules to this. I mean, but I think the first thing you need to do is at least come to some type of understanding of what love is and what love isn't.
I know someone that.
And you have to do more than just talk to the local pastor for counseling before you get married. I think there's just so many different things that people don't understand when they get into relationships. If you don't want to get married and you're just going to live with someone for the next 20 years of your life, again, you need to go talk to somebody and get an understanding of what it is you're getting yourself into. Before you tell somebody, here's the key to my house, move in, you need to know what you're getting into. I mean, there's all types of changes. There's all types of changes that people have to go through.
You're right.
It's not simple. There's no difference between a long-term, what do they call those relationships when they just live together?
Common law?
Common law.
That's it.
Yeah, there's not much of a difference between a common law wife, common law marriage, and a regular, and a traditional marriage. You live with someone.
See, that's the problem right there.
Yeah.
People want to say, "Oh, I wait till I get married to treat Malay like a wife." Why not treat her before that? Treat her like that before that.
Especially because they be looking for that treatment in advance too. Like, I need to see this before I get married. Blah blah blah. Like what? Okay.
But being in a common law situation doesn't mean I'm waiting to get married. It means I don't believe in the institution of marriage. Quit messing with it. I don't need a ring to say I love you.
You don't.
I don't need 500 people in a church telling giving me validation.
Right. No, you
I
don't.
don't need that.
You don't.
And it's like, so if I'm gonna treat somebody right, I'm gonna do it with or without a ring.
That's right.
A ring ain't never kept anybody at home.
That's like my wife. She said, baby, we ain't been married for no 12, 13 years. We only been married for 6 or 7. I said, the day I met you.
In your head.
And
in your mind.
The day I met you. I've been treating you like that.
Yeah.
So we've been married since day one. Bottom line.
Yep.
So I ain't need no ring.
You don't need a ring. When you said I do, it was just formality. Nothing changed. So everybody don't get that. But then again, it's not like you 21, 22.
Right.
So young people, it's like they just, I don't know. It's kind of like nothing's different. Relationships have been jacked up since the beginning of time.
Yeah, that
for those who read the Bible, it's really about relationships. Relationships, men, women, wives, wars, all that stuff. It's men, women, wives, women, wars. It just is what it is. So it's kind of like nothing is new under the sun. It's just people need to understand it. First of all, first thing is to have an understanding of self.
That's right.
Loyalty, love, all that stuff. They're just words until you figure out who you are and what you are and why you're here.
Exactly. That's right.
Some people get married.
Watch the movie Soul. Speaking of.
So
I give you a prime example. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say some people get married just because they had a baby.
Can I say something to that? Because I wanted to, but I thought it was gonna be too much. But you brought it up.
Yeah.
No, finish it. Sorry.
No. I mean,
go ahead.
Hey, what's that son at?
She just got it.
Sorry.
Yeah. But
when I was younger, I had a family member that got married because they got somebody pregnant.
Right.
And now that we're older, not even too long ago, just found out that kid was not even theirs.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And they done built a whole life and all these children, and it's just like, and then that other child just hates all of us now.
Oh, Lord.
All of us. Like, the first one, like, hates all of us now because of what his mom did. That's not our fault. Like, we do that.
No, but people change and they find out that that baby ain't blood to us.
Right.
And people change.
Yeah.
And kids.
No, he treated us like that though. He's like, y'all ain't blood.
he felt something. People don't just switch like that.
Yeah, he felt something.
He felt something.
Yeah.
No, that's really sad that like people grow
people
up
do
and they build these morals or whatever inside themselves.
And sometimes the parents don't even talking about love.
Don't
they
even love them.
each other.
They don't.
They're doing
No
it
love,
out of
no loyalty,
out of
nothing.
commitment, or from religious, or.
Well, you know how it was back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
know.
get a woman pregnant.
Well,
yeah, that's
you
exactly
married her.
what it was. You're right.
Yeah.
You gonna go marry her?
Yeah.
But it's just sad, like when you find out, like that was not even my child. Like, dang, I just can't imagine. Sorry. All right, we can move on. What was you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say something that stuck with me kind of, it stuck with me kind of hard. My dad told me, God bless his soul. He told me, say, son, if you ain't finished running, don't put your shoes up.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Keep on running.
If you finish running, hang them up and get married. But don't get married if you ain't finished running.
Yeah.
I like it.
Because you're going to keep running if you get married.
I don't want to get married. No. Yeah, I'll be having my back and forth about it. Sometimes I just be wanting it. Sometimes I want it just for the ceremony. Then other times I just be like, I'm not going to like you tomorrow, so I don't know. You know? Yeah. I had to close my eyes thinking about it because I'm just
and that's going to be a you thing. That has nothing to do with your signature. Because
exactly.
You go through the next 20 people that you meet, date, explore.
20?
Until you figure out what you want. until you figure out what you want. Yeah. It's just a journey. And it's like if you're a track star, you jump in hurdles. It's just another hurdle. Boom, here goes. Hey, how you doing? Hey, boom.
Exactly.
Hey, how you doing? Boom. Hey, how you doing? I mean, that's it. So it's like some folks are selfish and they're narcissistic and they think only about themselves. When you get to the point where you start to think about other people, it's different. It's different.
I keep thinking about Deion Cole, man.
you
know what I'm talking about?
That Netflix joint.
Yeah. But I'll be back. I keep thinking about that. Y'all keep circling around that, man. But it's true. Think about what he said though. You good?
Yeah.
We had some good times, but I'll be back.
Yeah, right.
And go on to the next one. He did a good job in that movie, by the way.
Huh? Oh, he did. I think that was.
Shout out to Deion Cole, man.
Yo,
What's the movie called?
Hmm?
What's the movie called? You say you did a good. Which one was he?
He's one who gave the hardest lines ever uttered in a movie.
I'm
to
a
absolutely
sinister.
no one. He said,
Which one?
"Oh, he's one who said, and you better be out of town
by time
I finish my speech."
Oh yeah! When I saw that,
I want to go home and watch the movie right now.
Good, man.
I
Go watch it.
I forgot about that part, guys.
Yo.
When I saw that part, I was just like, he really talking, man. And then when he showed it, he didn't see. I'm so sorry.
He wasn't talking to nobody.
That was the hard. He said,
I died.
He said, "Cause I'm a sinister mother, brother too." And the way he did that, I'm a sinister mother.
He said, "Who that is?" At the door, somebody started knocking.
Those had to be some of the hardest lines, New Jack City, all that.
Yeah.
The hardest lines ever uttered from one.
No, not ever. Come on.
Yo, I had to replay that part because it was so funny.
It was.
I was like, wait a minute, he not talking to him?
No,
He said
I
the
thought he
word.
was too. And then they found out he was talking to himself.
And the way he was eating the steak.
But clearly, because they kept saying, "Oh, I didn't rehearse that standoff." I didn't really be sitting in the mirror.
Now that was funny. Now that was funny.
That was.
And then he gets outside and looked like he peed on himself because he's like.
He ain't call his name the same way he did upstairs in the office.
He sure did.
Rufus.
As soon as they knocked on the door, he's like, "Who that is?" I'm so scared.
He had some heart though. He said.
No, he did.
Yeah,
Did you want?
Yeah, Rufus cheated. Yeah, Rufus cheated because he knew he was
He
going to
sucker
win.
punched him.
Rufus cheated. Cherokee cheated.
Yeah.
Trudy cheated.
Yeah.
Oh, they cheated.
They all
How did Trudy
cheated.
cheat?
Oh, they were all cheating them head ups.
Yeah.
She cheated. I feel like, I mean, the movie would have never been what it was if she didn't make that decision to just go over there because she's stupid. Like, she shouldn't do that.
I didn't understand why they both went there though.
I mean, it would have never been what it was.
But you know
We
what?
discussed this.
It's a movie.
It would have never been what it was if she didn't. Right, exactly. It was really great. But I did think that she was gonna die off that first.
Even though we telling it,
No,
I still want to watch it.
Yeah.
You still want to watch it. And the soundtrack, the music.
Yeah, nice.
It was so good. I'm so glad I watched that movie.
I know I'm back to the movie again. We were talking about religion.
That was such a good movie. That was such a good movie. Okay, all right.
The movie was so dope. When Stagecoach Mary walked into Trudy's bar and seen how upscale it was.
It was so dope.
She walked in. She couldn't take her eyes. She was mesmerized. She was just
the
like,
lady that was just dancing.
yo, and it was just so upscale.
It was so
you
dope.
know, and it was just like, wow. It's almost as if in her head she's like, so this is what they trying to do, you know, because Rufus Buck really wasn't a bad.
No, he wasn't a bad dude.
He wasn't a bad guy.
He was just going through some things.
He wasn't. He killed his father.
And the wife, I'm disgusted that you didn't have to take that man's mother.
The man
That's
said. The man said.
That's the part that I'm like, why?
Right.
Because when he said, "Stay away from, keep my family out of it." My family, brother, I'm your son.
Yeah.
No apologies. No nothing.
I can understand.
He was mad, so he was ready to kill everybody.
But as soon as he sat down, he said, dude didn't even say nothing. He's like, I just want to be acting, okay?
Go ahead.
The father is responsible for
all of it.
Yeah, he really is.
Because I would have been like, Nat, this is your brother K-Sam.
That's my brother.
He's here now because, and I tell my wife, this is my son. And I'm not the man I used to be. I was a horrible person. I killed,
Get your revenge!
Pull out 2 golden guns.
Get your revenge!
Oh, man.
Get your revenge!
It's confession
That
time.
was really good.
He let his
I
ego.
was crying. I was like, don't kill your brother. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Pops let his ego get the best of him.
Yes, he did.
I would have cried right now.
And it's kind of like, you see, he's not a completely bad person. I mean, he took out dude in the town because dude was just an enemy to progress. And some people are just straight enemies to black progress.
Yeah, so he was getting ready to set a town.
Yeah. So, but he didn't kill his brother. And he says, I could never kill my brother. He said, I couldn't kill my brother.
I feel like he was going to die if he didn't kill him anyways.
Nat was worse than he was.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. He's like,
he's
like, you're exactly what he was running.
The devil's dead. That's why he said, I don't know.
Nat was far worse than Rufus Buck. Nat just killed to be killing. He was mad as he just killed.
I gotta watch it again because I got the wrong idea.
Was mad. Rufus Buck was just mad at white world. He was trying to build an all-black town.
Which one of y'all could drive a train?
But what he did to his old
Everybody
people
but
when he first got back out of jail, them breaking him out. That is my favorite. That was
think about
kill them all except for him. Who know how to drive the train?
But he was free because the government wanted that dude. He wanted all them. The government wanted them dead.
The whole platoon.
The whole platoon because they were evil.
Yeah.
So was this a series or just a movie?
It's a movie.
The Key.
Okay. That should have been a series.
Yeah, okay.
It should have been. But
series.
you know what though, D? They had to make it a movie to make a part 2.
Yeah.
They had to.
That movie was.
They had to.
Everything about that movie was just.
And I'm not gonna ask again. okay.
Regina King.
Yeah, she played that part.
That is my ride or die.
She played that
part. If I had
part.
to choose between Regina and Stagecoach,
He said, I don't have the key, and I must have. Now I'm gonna ask one more time. Okay.
Yo, and my man Cherokee.
It was so good.
I'm with Rob from earlier. I think Lakeith, that was his best role ever.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Now I don't like violence."
Yes.
But
the individuals with me are very violent. I want some very violent individuals.
Exactly. When you tell them, but I don't mind inflicting violence on you. I might actually enjoy it. I was like, whoa.
That whole movie was just. That movie was.
I thought he really shot homegirl at the end, and then she got him first because he killed her friend.
Oh, nah! When her eyes lit up, I knew he was dead.
Yeah,
I knew he was dead.
Yo, but
she
like,
said,
you saw her putting the gun away though, right?
He never got a chance to pull his gun out.
At all.
How fast she was.
You saw that,
but
and I thought
did you hear what she said? Did you hear what she said when he passed by?
What she said?
Backwards.
Jimmy was better.
Yeah, she did. She sure did. He saw that part was
And he knew that,
when he
though.
walked out with the
Well, that's why he killed him
because he
he
knew
he was gonna lose.
I knew dude was gonna die though, like from off of his tricks. I knew it.
I didn't want him to die.
I didn't. I wanted him to kill Cherokee though.
I knew that was gonna be the death of him because he was so focused on.
But he was quick though. He was real
quick.
fast. He was fast.
I think Cuffy was faster.
Cuffy was the fastest of all of them.
She was that. Cuffy.
She said, "I see." She said, "What did he say? Have you seen faster?" She said, "Yeah, in the mirror."
Yeah, she sure did.
She did.
Yes, she did. The part where she had to put on the dress though, I was like, yo.
My girl Kimani Harrison,
What's
Keith
good?
Bookstores in the house. What's up?
Yeah,
Listen,
that part
man.
was funny when she had to put the dress on.
Oh,
That was too funny.
I was like, she looked at him like,
man. That was too funny.
I love the fact that he put that scene in there. I think that was so dope.
That was, and she couldn't walk on them heels either.
For
She was
for my
struggling.
entire LGBT plus community.
Okay.
That was your shout.
That was okay.
That was your
shout.
Every building.
That was it. I was like, oh shit.
Every piece of thing in that town was white.
What?
Even the horses was white.
Oh, when they went to the White Tower.
Oh yeah, you saw that?
Everything was.
That was crazy.
That was
horses.
I was like, I'm sitting there watching TV like this. I'm sitting back and Vicky goes, "You see this town?
Everything.
Everything.
It looked like
Did you see
downtown
the-
Springfield. Pale and stale. It was pale and stale.
The lady started laughing at homie's face. She said, see what's funny now.
Yeah, she put that gun in the face. She
They
started.
funny
She wasn't
now?
laughing no more.
Yo, after she beat down dude.
Oh man.
In the bank. Yo, listen.
The movie was crazy.
I'm like this. If I had to choose one of them characters to roll with me into the worst of situations,
I pick up.
I'm going with Cuffy.
I'm going with Cuffy.
I'm going with
Cuffy all day.
Nat Love made some
I'm
bad
definitely gonna
decisions
take
in
Nat Love,
movie.
but Cuffy.
Because I
was
still
lit.
can't get the fact why he went in.
He grew a heart. Trudy left herself wide open. She wasn't the best.
I wasn't really with her too much.
Whoop, like whoop, pop,
Stagecoach was ready for anything,
and
ready to
Stagecoach
risk
Mary,
it all.
I couldn't rock
That's
with her because she
riding.
made a stupid. I'm gonna ride into town and he ain't gonna
And
suspect.
make him a proposition. I didn't understand them two.
They don't know
like,
exactly who you are.
Did you think I would just let you ride in here?
Knowing
He
who
sure
you roll
did.
with. Knowing who you roll with.
Like he know her back
Trudy said,
with that ridiculous proposal. Like,
first of all, what she had ain't nothing compared to what Trudy was running. That spot was. If I had y'all performers, all of y'all, you know, if you
you
had
would
to
have been the
choose,
Trudy of Springfield.
man, if I could be the Trudy of Springfield, there it is. I'm just saying. That
She
spot,
bringing some things.
Stagecoach Mary spot was cool, but with that, that back was woo. Yo, that music was dope.
They killed it.
But
The
Trudy's
dancer was amazing.
Yo, that dancer was like.
She was scary and just like so like yes.
Yo,
Like, you know?
Mary couldn't take her eyes off her. Neither could I. I
She
was
couldn't.
like,
Cause you saw what's her name had to snap her finger like, and then she talked to do with her eyes. She said,
yo.
he said,
Where your boss?
that was
You
awesome.
must not know.
This
me.
is 90.7 WTCC
We got lost.
FM.
Yo,
We were having a conversation about relationships, but we flipped it back to holiday party. I apologize, but I don't apologize. The time is now 11:50 p.m. on November 8th. Listen, man. Go see The Harder They Fall. If you haven't seen it yet, you need to go see it. That's all I'm saying.
It was amazing. You guys missed out. It's on Netflix, guys. So like, if you
It's
don't have
on
Netflix,
Netflix.
get it from your closest friend. You know,
Call it. Listen, man. Everybody.
I'll have to go watch that.
The soundtrack. Get that. Go on Tidal, man. The soundtrack is crazy.
Phone up.
Yeah,
No,
it was amazing. I think my
cut mine
favorite
off
part
with
definitely was
my
that
phone.
train part
Rolling
because
train.
like,
That train part just kind of set the tone for me.
What?
That train part set the tone.
it did.
It
did.
The aficionado of the cot.
Yeah.
When Regina King said that, the way she said it, I just felt like laughing.
Listen, man.
It was so lit.
She was woo. That movie was just so dope. Yo, I love the fact my man. I forgot dude's name. The one that was singing every time he go to shooting.
Oh.
I'm going to watch this again tonight. I love it.
I'm
That
about to
movie
put it
was
on my
good.
phone right now.
As soon as I get home, I'm going to play it.
I seen somebody complain on Facebook. I felt like I was watching a musical. I wasn't digging it. I'm like, what? I don't know
He always
about
good.
you.
He always, you know.
Musical.
I sing for everything. In my head, I got, man, listen, I can be arguing. In my head, there's a soundtrack playing.
Exactly. Yo, D, I was just saying earlier today, I'm the worst person to argue. I will walk away and be already.
Yo.
I ain't doing it.
And in my head, there's a song. I don't hear nothing you say. There's a song playing. It's just like the record just starts spinning. And I'm, yo,
You know what I'm glad I didn't hear? I'm glad I didn't hear no Rick Ross in it. That's what I'm glad I didn't.
You don't like Rick Ross?
Nothing.
That's the
Tell
boss.
me why.
That's the boss, Rick Ross.
What boss?
Rick Ross.
Anyway.
Ricky Ross.
Tell me why.
Yep.
I just can't see it in that type of movie, and I'm happy it wasn't in it.
Why would they put him in it?
Because that movie was in Django. He was in Django.
Rick Ross?
Yeah.
Where was he at? I saw Jacob like
Soundtrack.
70.
The soundtrack.
Oh, I was about to say, I didn't see that dude.
I dug it because
a little bit then, because it makes sense.
Maybe you should play the
But I'm glad they didn't put it in this one.
disclaimer.
Because they've been trying to put, it's probably songs and everything I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they didn't put it in
know,
this one. Nothing against him. You do your thing, you bring your money, do your
some
thing.
cat, it's like,
I gotta watch Django again now.
I love Django.
Django was so good.
Yeah, it was.
Woo!
I love Django.
Lauren Hill's verse.
Oh,
on that
my
track.
goodness.
It was dope.
Which track?
But everybody, it's like CeeLo saying about, he took the movie and just turned it into like a classic song.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
What
did.
verse did she have? What verse?
Which one? Lauren Hill missed an opportunity to do that when she talked about herself in her song. I was digging her song. I love it because it's Lauren Hill.
It was on the soundtrack in the movie?
Yeah.
Why did I miss that?
I think she's on, what is it, Black Woman, I think it is. Yeah, she's.
Oh, you see, I'm so used to hearing the same Lauren Hill songs over and over and over and over. I love that girl.
This is a brand new track. She has a brand new track on there. I think it's the Black Woman track.
Mm-hmm.
But she talked about herself, and a lot of these cats don't get it. CeeLo got it. A couple of them got it. But some folks just don't get it. That movie was so dope. If they had just focused on, just writing lyrics. To talk about, you can take a modern day situation and infuse it with elements of the movie if you have to, worst case scenario. But I think Lauren Hill's track is really dope. But it was really about her.
It is about her.
But the rest of every other song on that soundtrack
It's
really
about
was
that
like
movie.
narrating the movie. And if you paid attention to the very first song when the movie started, it tells you exactly what was happening during the movie.
Man, I don't pay attention.
I went back and watched it just for the soundtrack. And I was just like, so
I'm
Rick
watch
Ross,
again tonight.
there's a whole lot of cats couldn't fit in this movie.
It couldn't fit in that movie. It couldn't fit in. Like I said, I ain't got nothing against Rick Ross, but he's been put in a lot of movies, his songs. Because it's popular.
It wouldn't have worked here.
It wouldn't have fit, and I'm glad they didn't.
He got cats that just like, who? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for CeeLo. I was like, he brought back CeeLo? Yo, man, they tried to cancel CeeLo, and then he came back with Black Skin Mile.
I love that song. Black Skin Mile.
I'm driving around yesterday. I had it.
You bumping it?
It was on nonstop.
Yeah.
I just can't get enough of that song. It reminds me of Donny Hathaway in this joint. It reminds me of Sam Cooke talking about changes. Changes gonna come. Yo, just end of the day, just take me back to Black Skin Mile.
Yeah.
It's like he just. Yo, man, listen.
I love it.
Better Than Gold. Rob is right. That joint is dope. Wednesday's Child is just moving. Yo, this just. Even Seal, I was like, oh, he brought Seal back. But then
I've been waiting for Seal to come back.
That's his brother.
Okay. Oh,
The director. I think they said Seal is his brother.
I didn't know that. That's what's up. Who was the director again?
His name is Jamie Samuel.
He
Killed it. Yeah.
Great job.
I just hope that it's not gonna be like Love Jones. Gave us this phenomenal movie
and don't give another
one.
But they got to make another way they ended it. The way they ended it, they have to make another one.
Because she's standing there with her hat in her hand looking out like,
okay.
Like, don't worry, I'm coming for you.
And remember, Trudy is the one who kept the game together.
Yeah.
Trudy was the organizer. Trudy was the smart one. Trudy was like, now she ain't got, ain't nobody.
So how come you leave him all of this?
Let me reiterate.
He was mad.
See,
He said, "Where's your boss?" What did she say? You must not know me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You sure do.
Easter egg.
Sure did.
Hey, listen. I want to go see the movie, man. What time we out?
You ready to go watch the movie?
We off.
It's time for us to go.
Time to go anyway. All right, y'all. This is 90.7 WTCFM.
If
I'm
you
gonna
haven't
close
seen it,
out with my girl TK from Waterbury.
Yo, shout out TK, much love.
With a joint called Pressure. Thank you to Sam Bradley and K Sam for hanging out with us tonight.
Yes, sir.
Much love to my co-hostess with the mostest. Where's she at back there?
NBS Malay.
Yeah.
So we out, y'all. Much Rodney Mayfield. Love you, man.
Shout out, Rodney.
What up, Rod?
All right, y'all. We out. This is Pressure by TK.
You ain't gotta worry about me.
Peace.
Let me take that pressure off, yeah. You can't seem to handle all this weight I'm pressing on, yeah. Let's get it right. You seem stronger from a distance. Now I'm facing some resistance, and I'm slowly losing patience on ya. Ooh, so let me take that pressure off, yeah. Yeah, now relax your shoulders, go and sit down, get comfortable. Well, tell me, how's that for you? If you can't take the heat, go and man up, say that you're weak. Cause I ain't gonna beg for you, I asked for you once and now. Boy, I'm calling you bluff, that's enough. So you ain't gotta worry about me, baby. You ain't gotta worry about a thing, baby. Who knew that you fold under pressure? But you ain't gotta worry, I won't let you. Focus on yourself, it's all good, baby. You ain't gotta stress, you're off the hook, baby. Who knew that you fold under pressure? But you ain't gotta worry, I won't let you. No pressure, no pressure. What can I say? I'm not surprised.